Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
Oh, come on. I was doing good for weeks.
I am Izzi, your lore master, and we are continuing with our story, Eleothis, Land of the Woven Sons. And with me today, I have...
Hi. Sorry, I was cussing.
Kick us off.
Hi, I'm Julia. I play Kethra Evermoon, a Circle of the Moon Druid, and I rolled a 12.
Hey, all right.
I'll
we
take
got
it.
Double digits right off the bat with a +2.
I'll take it.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Hi, I'm Cuba. I play Ayla. She is a glamour bard tiefling, and I rolled a 5.
All right, that is an 8 for Ayla. Who is next?
Bad dice.
Not just a 5, but a...
Hi, my name's Amanda. I play Iolite Emery. She's an Earth Genasi Circle of Stars druid, and I rolled a 10.
Okay. So that's a 12.
Above Ayla, but below Kethra.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Adam. I almost said Iolite. I play Eldon Strockhaven.
Not yet, you don't.
Eldon Strockhaven. He is a human Drake Warden Ranger, and I rolled an 11.
Okay, +5, so that's a freaking 16, my friends. And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Malachi Morningstar. He's a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, I had such high hopes.
I don't suck.
That's why I waited to go last. I was let you guys have your moment.
All right, well, you can follow us for free on Patreon, where we have 82 patrons. Thank you very much. You can follow us for free there and also watch our VODs on YouTube. On Patreon, you can get early access to the podcast version, which goes out as soon as I can edit it, and then is publicly available on Mondays, the Monday after I release it on
But thank you.
YouTube. For merch, we've got tinyurl.com/DDG merch. I don't know. We got one merch going on. Oh, a little bit of
there you
merch.
We're getting some soon, though. Sorry, I'm having a drinky drink today.
There you go.
I don't usually have a drink.
You can support our creativity by purchasing some merch. For music, we are using Monument Studios, Fantasy Plus, Michael Gelfi Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, and Kevin MacLeod via Incompetech for our ambiance and our background music. And links can be found in the show notes for all of them. Thank you so much for letting us use it. We will see free.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Cut the shit.
I guess you didn't need that either, huh?
That was a cough.
But thank you.
I didn't say it like that. Jeez.
Before we get started, you can check out this scribequill.com recap with character art by Mibble Art on Instagram, MIBEL Art, and backgrounds from, and I've been saying this wrong the whole time, Beneos battle maps. Beneos.
How are you saying it before?
I thought it was Benoes. It's Beneos.
Like bonobos?
No. On Patreon. And don't forget to...
Like, share, subscribe.
Last session, the Woven Fates began the day celebrating the first of memories, a month of remembrance. After a memory dream of her past, Fernilli prompted the group to share their own fond recollections. The party shared stories of childhood innocence, family traditions, and cherished companions. Though Julip's memory was a tale about Asterimzen's most recently lost member and friend Burgerfacher. This moment of peace was followed by a briefing from Maury, who detailed the next leg of their journey, a treacherous, multi-day crossing of the Stilfen Bog to reach a town called Bog's End. There, he revealed that his contact indicated there was a teleportation circle to transport them closer to their ultimate goal. Before entering the mire, the party consulted Gaia, the ancient intelligence trapped within a metal plate. She provided what information she could, though her data was thousands of years old, warning them of the bog's dangers, including creatures like fenlights that lure travelers to their doom and hungry sinkspawn. Gaia also scanned Iolite's shard and indicated she was able to potentially locate the item from a further distance than Iolite may, though there was a cost to doing so. The adventurers and their allies from Asterim's End then proceeded onto the Sinking Way, a rickety man-made road of planks winding through the swamp. The relative quiet of the first few days into the journey was finally interrupted, and their progress hampered by swarms of choking gnats that caused a carriage to slip, costing them another day of travel. The bog's threats grew more unnerving. During a night watch, Eldon and Fernley were confronted by a silent humanoid figure that Eldon recognized as Corwin, the cook from the Duskridge estate back on Yimari Island. As the strange figure walked past, it morphed into the form of Julep before vanishing completely, leaving the real Julep and the rest of the party deeply unsettled. Later, the group fell prey to a hidden leech bed, as alluring reflections in the water charmed Kai and Eldon into the muck, where they were swarmed and drained before being rescued. The final night in the bog was the most perilous. On watch, Kai and Ayla were mesmerized by the beautiful dancing lights of what they learned were fenlights. The creatures lured them off the path, where Ayla was ambushed and nearly swallowed whole by a massive amphibious monster. Kai, snapping out of the trance, managed to rescue Ayla and transport them both back to the carts and the safety of Ayla's tiny hut with a thunderous boom. Finally, bruised and exhausted, the party emerged from the foul swamp to the site of their destination, the crooked, waterlogged town of Bog's End. "Let's go make some friends," Maury stated with a hopeful smile.
You remember the snow first. Not the blinding kind or the pretty kind or even the soft kind that muffles your breath. Just snow. Clinging to the hem of your boots, caking in the corners of your windows, piled like tired laundry on every rooftop. It was always there, like the smell of pine, like your grandmother's huckleberry tea, like being home. Kalia in the north was cold, but you weren't. Not back then, not before. You grew up in a village where every door frame was your height, where chairs didn't need steps, where all the people came in fun sizes and big hearts. Halflings, dwarves, goblins, stout humans, and a healthy blend of all of them together. Nobody cared what you looked like if you could pull your weight and haul a bucket, and gods, you could haul. And it was a sweet place. Too sweet. And maybe that's what pisses you off the most now. Because you were happy, or you thought you were, until the first time you saw a normal city. Until you realized just how many times you'd have to crane your neck, how many steps you'd have to run just to keep up, until someone called you cute and didn't mean it like a compliment, until they laughed. The world was taller than you'd been led to believe, colder too. You tried, gods you tried, to fit, to shout louder, to walk faster, to not take the bait when the jokes came, but they didn't stop. And slowly, the smiles faded, the temper sharpened, the edge settled in. You learned to swing with your words, to bite before they could, even if it meant you were the villain. At least villains weren't weak. Then one day, boom, you were mad. No, not mad, furious, and humiliated, and just done. The magic had been curling inside you for years, all tangled up in your gut like razor wire, and then it just snapped and took half a village with it. Not yours, not home, somewhere else. Somewhere that looked at you like you were less, until they looked at you like you were dangerous. They weren't wrong. You ran. Not just from the blast, or the screaming, or the carnage, or the incineration of all those people, but from yourself, The broken parts, the parts you tried to bury under sass and sarcasm and all the goddamn yoga poses in the world. Then that's when you found him. Maury, sitting in some patch of dirt in the middle of nowhere, talking about pain like it was a person, about balance like it was a god, about joy like it wasn't stupid. He should have annoyed the shit out of you. Maybe he did. But he looked at you like he knew. Like he could see the scorched crater inside your chest and didn't flinch. You told him what happened. You expected judgment, maybe a bolt to the head. What you got was a hug, a quiet one, a long one, and a whispered, "You're not alone, Julep. You have a place if you want it." And God's help you, you did. So now, you meditate, you swear, you teach people how to breathe while calling them assholes, and you still don't sleep easy most nights. But you've got people now. And even if your power still crackles too close to the surface and your mouth still gets you into trouble, you're still here. And maybe that's enough. For now. You all emerge from the stinky depths of Stillfen, the bog that has plagued you for longer than you had hoped, and find yourselves in front of a narrow path of planks and stone that give way to Bog's End. It's a town of patchwork and scavenged stone, warped timber, slumped against the edge of a rocky ridge where Stillfen drains into a sluggish black stream. Mismatched roofs sag under the weight of creeping moss, fences lean like drunks, every surface seems waterlogged or rust-bitten, and yet there's life here. You see smoke curling from chimneys, you hear the soft sound of music drifting from behind shuttered windows. You can see some children off in the distance splashing in the muck. To your left, you spot a tall structure. It's part tower, part shack. It's built into the stone. And there are these old arcane symbols that are barely visible beneath the layers of paint and weather-worn ivy. And there's something guarded about it. Further beyond, you can see sagging houses, rope-hung lanterns, and then the Stillfen that continues. Maury looks at all of you, dusting off, getting grime off. I guess it wouldn't be all that dusty. His pants, the whole group stepping forward, your horses and 2 carts being pulled. And he says, "Let's go make some friends."
He had a contact here. That's why that's why we came here.
He, his contact had told him that there was a teleportation circle here that is, the other end of it will get you much closer to your destination than if you tried to walk. As you are stepping into Bog's End, you actually notice right away to the left, where that tall structure is, there's an old woman who's like kind of crouched down and seems to be like talking to herself. And as you come up, she turns around. You can see a wrinkled face, mottled kind of dark green skin. This is clearly an orc woman. She's got a little hunch to her, and she's like knelt down cleaning something about like the ivy, pushing it off. She's like taking care of the rune covered area. And as she sees you, she just kind of stops and slowly stands up, kind of stretching her back before she leans back forward into what is probably a more comfortable position at her age. And then she starts shuffling over, still kind of muttering a little bit to herself as
You
she...
said she's a little orc.
No.
Oh, okay.
She's just an old lady, like a little old lady.
Right, but like orcs are pretty big, so how big is this little old lady?
Hunched over, she's probably like 5.5 feet tall. Wearing nothing
Whoa.
too crazy.
That kind of town.
Yeah, they get crazy in the fog.
But she shuffles over to you, and you see Maury just kind of gets in front of the whole group and says, "Good day to you." And as she shuffles over, she says, "I wouldn't go that far. Large group made it through the Stillfen. Did you lose anyone?" Then Maury says, "Not in the bog, no." And she just kind of clocks each of you. Theratrix, by the way, hanging back in the shadows of the bog. For now. And she just clocks each of you, looks at you all. It's like, I wouldn't be too sure. She says, "What are you doing? What are you doing here?" And Maury says, "Well, cutting straight to the chase, we have need for your transport. We have a friend who told me that this would be the place." She just kind of scoffs a little bit, the old orc woman. "This isn't something that we just hand out to strangers." And Maury says, "Of course not. I would not expect that. Are you in charge of the teleportation?" And she like smiles, but it's not like one of those friendly smiles. It's one of those almost like scoffing kind of smiles, and just shakes her head. "No, honey. I just take care of it. And I know how it works. But that's going to be..." And then her facial expression changes to just pure disgust as she looks past you and further into the village. And you can see a little kind of posse that's headed your way. Very little posse. Maybe only like 5 people who are walking over. But she says, "Well, you'll find out soon enough." She just like steps back. Maury turns around to see where she's looking, and walking through the street, the kind of mucky street towards you all, is a human. Looks to be like in his mid-60s. Weathered, kind of brown skin. He has like salt and pepper hair that are in tight braids and these like sharp green eyes. He's probably like about the same height as her when she's standing, like 5'6", 5'5". But he wears this like long duster coat, these boots. He looks like very clean, and has a pendant that has this like glowing stone in it. And he steps forward. Behind him, 2 much different individuals. A very tall, almost 7 foot tall, heavily muscled, stone gray Goliath woman. She's got these like angular tattoos that are on her shoulders and on her neck. This like thick leather armor and a large iron chain that's coiled around her waist. And then next to them is a Yuan Ti. Very handsome looking, like almost too well put together. He has these like silk gloves on, and he is like holding a cane that he's using to walk, but then almost doing the kind of Willy Wonka thing where he kind of twirls it a little bit and keeps going, but he's not It's like he doesn't need this cane, but he has it. It's beautifully polished. And then there's a couple of other people who are clearly from the town. As this individual comes forward, the orc steps back, and the human in the middle, obviously a leader of some kind, says, "Well met. Welcome. Welcome to Bog's End. You made it. Through the swamp, through the bog. It's highly impressive. Did you make it? All of you?"
We sure did.
Good, good. How can I help you? Maury steps forward again, taking the lead, and he says, "We are here to, quite frankly, make use of your teleportation. It was my intention to just make this a quick pass-through if possible." The individual from the town says, "Well, I'm sure we can discuss. I am Ultrix Hollowmere, the leader here in Bog's End. Here to my left," and he's pointing to the Goliath, this is Silra. "And here to my right is Jos. Behind me I've got Tren. And Nibs." The little
Names get less impressive as
the half elf, and then a little like possibly goblin, maybe, it's hard to tell, part of that group. And you've met our very own Fryn, who takes care of the teleportation circle. And as Maury turns and looks at her, she just does one of those like and you can see, yeah, she's looking, it wouldn't be directed at him. She's got this look on her face at this Ultrix who has stepped forward. She just kind of like shakes her head. She starts muttering to herself and then turns around and starts walking back to the teleportation circle. Ultrix says, "I would imagine such a large group, you must be in need of some cleaning up. And where did you come from?" Maury lets him know that you came actually from the south, up from Eporia. And he says, "Yes, that's got to be a long, long travel. If we may offer you a bath,
You may.
and then we can discuss the teleportation and the price, of course." He leads you along with this little procession, and Maury nods. You can see the two of them actually come together. He clocks Maury as being kind of the leader of this group if no one else is stepping forward. And so the two of them kind of chat back and forth as Silra, the Goliath, she just does like the knuckle cracking thing. Not like threatening. It's almost like she's just doing it like she's used to it.
Oh, Isla's. Oh, my stars and garters.
And then Jos, the Yuan-Ti, who's got this, he's got like this sharp nose and golden irises, just comes over and just says like, "Enchanté." And kisses the hand of, I'm thinking of a number 1 through 10.
6.
7.
Kisses Kai's hand, just reaches down, and twirls his cane and just starts trying to make Julep is like, "Hey, what about me?" And then he starts talking with her. They lead you through this rickety, stinky town.
No tiptoeing around it. Town stinks.
Stinky town. It's not the town itself, but the bog surrounding it, and there's really only so much you can do. You see people all around. You eventually get to a tavern called the Tilted Swine, and you can see this like there's barely a sign on it because do you really need one in a place like this? But standing out front, like kind of guarding the door, is a massive hog. Huge hog. It is wearing this decorative armor that has like little flowers that are kind of like, what would that be? That. What's that word?
Chiseled?
Sure, we'll go with that because I can't think of it. It wouldn't be like engraved because it's
Be
metal
embossed,
armor.
maybe.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go with
I
all
think
of
that's
those
it.
words that are in the armor, and it's just like standing there. Ultrix says, "Good girl, Saffron," and then leads everybody in. She just like snorts at everyone. And it's a large group in this tavern. It's a small tavern in terms of the space, probably a little bit bigger than this room, like maybe give or take 15 by 15, 20. You fill the whole space. They set up your carriages and horses outside.
I guess they set up your bath, right?
No, like this is the dining area. And there is a dwarf behind the bar.
Always is.
Yep, always. And she says, "What do we got here?" And Ultrix says, "This is Miss Piggy. She is our lovely tavern owner. Came through the bog." And she's like, "Oh,
You gotta do the Miss Piggy voice.
I can't. No, I can't do it. I don't do voices. I can't do a voice."
Kermit, come on!
Yeah, no.
What do we got here?
Just don't make her mad. She'll give you that.
Yeah. I'm also a woman, and that is a man doing this.
It is the man, fucking Frank Oz, the voice of goddamn
Yeah,
Yoda.
so I
all right,
can't-
let's.
I can't.
Put some respect on
I
it.
can't do it.
This whole town reminds me of Robin Hood Men in Tights. They changed your name to Latrine? Yeah, used to be shithole.
They give you your first round of drinks, everybody, the whole group. It's a round as in like a shot of something really, really
Is a
hard.
boiled bog water.
Sure, I'm just picturing
That's what they
everyone's
call it, the shot.
Muppets the whole time.
Going forward, this is a Muppet story now. There's 3 or 4 humans, everything else is a Muppet.
They let you know that there's areas you can go in the back. They only have like 2 rooms, but so only 2 people can like bathe at a time, but you kind of like settle in. And Ultrix and Mori are chatting off on the side together as you all settle.
So what do you think it's going to cost us to use this circle?
I could probably negotiate a good price for us.
I'm sure you could, but this seems to be the type of place that's so far from normal cities that I don't think they're going to be asking for gold or goods.
We'll see once a little bit of weave is involved.
What do you think they'd want?
Probably if we have something useful to them, or if they have some sort of problem they may need solved.
They seem to have everything in order here. I mean, look. There's Muppets everywhere.
Smells bad.
They are at the end of the bog.
You see Mori and Ultrix, they kind of like share a laugh together off to the side. The rest of Asterum's End are all kind of chatting. The individuals who had escorted you there seem to have been like waiting outside because again, it's not a big enough place for like all of you and your stuff. You notice Desi and Fernilli kind of like go out the door. You see Fernilli look back at Mori just like real quick and he nods. Kai, I'm gonna have you make a perception check. Or insight. I didn't tell you what it is for, but you can choose.
Both the same, so that's a 12.
A 12. You notice that as Maury and Ultrix are talking, Ultrix keeps kind of looking over at you. Just slight eye shifts. As he's like in conversation with Maury, and then he'll shift over, look at you, and then go back to chatting with Maury. Like, kind of doesn't break a stride. He's just talking and then looks at you, comes back. And it happens quite a few times as they're chatting. And you can't really tell if they're chatting about you or if he is just keeps looking.
Continually looking
Yeah.
towards Kai.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's looking at me.
Maybe he thinks you're cute.
We do have one of those faces.
Maybe
Well.
that's our payment.
Well,
Julep
from,
goes, that's a stretch. Looks at Kethra. She's like,
from the greeting
And
I
Kethra,
received.
she just looks at Julius, just goes,
Julep goes.
From the greeting I received, I
and
guess
Kethra just
I'll be
tosses
popular.
produce flame right next to her. just like that.
Escalating.
And then just goes, everyone just giggles like,
Sounds like the Mario flower. Like,
and it goes out right for it. It goes next to her.
Julep is like, I'll get you later.
Don't promise me a good time.
Oh, I won't. It won't be. I'm not that good.
You said it, not me. You walked into that one. Face planted, I believe, is the term.
Yeah,
Nice.
I will leave you disappointed every time.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I know how I
Kai.
feel.
Are they gonna kill
Sorry,
All of
not
us
sorry.
feel.
eventually.
Kai, depending on how the room is set up, he wants to subtly start to just get out of like try and shift so he's a little bit behind Ox there, just so that if he is truly trying to look at him, he would have to like physically look around so he's not like in that direct eye line.
Okay. You clock him kind of see you do that, but he doesn't like shift to.
But he is watching me.
Yeah,
as
he
I'm
saw
moving.
you kind of move, and as far as his eyes would go, and then it's like, okay, well, is what it is, like girls.
Wow.
Definitely watching.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got a thing for you.
You suppose he knows who you are.
I mean, that is a possibility, but
Out here in this stink nest.
let's just see how this goes before we jump to any conclusions.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Conversation ends between them as you're all kind of shifting through, getting, baths. I don't know what that is.
I was having a good time.
like little laughs. So Maury comes over to the rest of the group. Ultrix looks at everyone and just says, I'll let you all get comfortable and we'll reconvene in a few hours. Take your time. And then steps out of the tavern. Maury comes to sit down with everybody who's there. And like, where's Fernilly and Desi?
I believe they stepped outside.
Would someone go get them?
I will.
Thank you, Iolite.
And Kevin's gonna lean forward. You're not feeling like shit again, are you?
No, I'm fine. I just want to only say this once.
Oh, it must be quite important then.
No, I'm just very efficient.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Iolite,
I
as you
cannot relate.
as you step out, Julep goes ooh as you step out of the tavern. Right outside of the door, Desi and Fernilly are like kind of just chatting with each other right outside, and Fernilly tilts her head as you walk out. Everything okay?
Maury's looking for you. He seems mad.
Oh. Well, we better go then.
Is Desi's hair all messed up and got little smooches everywhere?
Like lipstick.
She like shimmies past you and through the door, and Desi turns, looks, and is like, when you have maybe later we can talk. When you have like time. I don't know if we're staying here overnight, but if not, yeah, later.
Of course. Yeah. Just let me know.
All right, great. Okay, after you. You all sit down. And Maury says, I had a perfectly enjoyable conversation with Ultrix, a very interesting individual. He has offered us the use of the teleportation circle in exchange for favor.
Of course.
Yeah, that is how things are done. And
Could we just not pay the man?
we could certainly try, however, none of us knows how to use the circle. It needs someone to do the right incantation, and they could just simply not allow us. It's a quick favor. That
There never are quick favors.
it is truly. It's just a morally questionable one.
What is it?
I can take full responsibility for this.
See, when everyone has just started out with giving us and kind of giving it a little bit of like a forward speech to try to make it a little bit more palatable, it makes it worse. Just get to it.
I mean, in all fairness, we are not the most morally upstanding group here.
That's what I was hoping.
I mean, he is, but the rest,
The rest
of us.
no.
Yeah, not so much.
Let's rip the bandage off quick. What is it?
The teleportation circle will allow us to travel quite literally hundreds of miles to the northwest slightly, to another village called Rift Spire.
How does that one smell?
I've never been.
Question.
I'm sure it is better than here. It's my understanding that there is a kind of cliffside element to it, so I'm sure that there's wind that pushes any smells away, if you're concerned about that. Ultrix has requested that upon arrival at Rift Spire, I engage, or someone in our party engages, with the maester there, Maester Fex. And actually, his son, Talverin, and shake his hand.
That sounds conspicuously easy.
It is
What is a maester?
a leader, a mayor. These towns are all individually led, so they get to make up their own titles. He has a pair of gloves that he would like to be worn during this handshake. I did not ask all of the details, but apparently there's rivalry between the two groups and something to do with the teleportation circle and...
Are we to take his gloves?
No, Ultrix will supply the gloves, and then someone shakes the son's hand. Grown son, not a child.
Where is the morally ambiguous part of this?
Well, the gloves are enchanted somehow. I do not know what will happen. However, it's not entirely our concern what will happen. We would travel swiftly through Rift Spire and on to our destination.
So he will not explode on contact. Like we will be able to not be chased out of town.
Correct.
Why wouldn't he just tell you what they do?
I don't want to know. Do you?
Kind of.
Yes.
I do.
Well,
Why don't you?
because my concern is getting us to our destination as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Right.
but we do not want to be followed by angry villagers and pitchforks.
Right, but
don't
the
know.
real question is if the task is on the other side of the teleportation circle. Who's to say that we just don't do it?
Well, he's got that figured out as well. Half of us would go through. And then upon the handshake being completed, the other half would be allowed to travel. Apparently he knows when it is done. I'm not asking questions intentionally. None of this is my concern. I want to get us from here to there as quickly as we can and get past the town and to our destination. We still have a trek after we get to Rift Spire. So essentially, I just would like to respectfully present this to you as the payment and let you ruminate on it. I'm happy to be the one with the handshake, or depending on how this Fex individual perceives our group, perhaps you'll have a favorite and it would be easier to get hands. Touching hands. Reaching out. Touching me, touching you.
Ba, ba, ba.
I hate that song.
Well,
Thoughts, concerns.
what's everyone's thoughts?
How do they do? What do those gloves do?
Something.
I'm not okay with just blindly hurting or killing someone just because someone's mad at somebody else. It's not my monkeys, not my fucking circus, dude.
Kai, are you okay with not knowing?
I would like to know, but I do know if this is our only way to get there.
I don't like that only half of us can go, and the rest are left to the whims of whatever is going to happen after. If it goes wrong, we are separated by hundreds of miles.
I think that's kind of the point, to make sure we follow through with it.
But who's to say there is no double cross here?
Exactly.
Are you sure he would not take gold?
Ayla, sadly, if you look around, gold is nearly worthless out here. Its favors, perhaps if they were closer to a city, but they can get what they need through trade and barter. Gold is not as valuable outside of civilization.
Nice clothes, fancy wine. I can provide these. The big Goliath, I could speak to her in her bedchambers.
You're welcome to do that. I do not believe it will. Ultrix, I don't know, is concerned, a favor of sleeping with his muscle is enough for how many of us are there? And our horses and carts to use a teleportation circle. It is.
If you plan on seducing someone, you're gonna have to go right to the source.
Ugh, he's human.
And we know how you feel about humans.
Welcome to think on it, chat with the townsfolk, maybe wander around a bit. Perhaps we can not have to do this, but that's going to involve a little bit more finesse. I have no qualms. I will put it out there as the leader of this group in particular. I have no issue doing it. He looks to the rest of his group. Julep has her feet up on the table. She's like, I ain't give a fuck. I'll do it. Yuri, who is there with you?
For now.
Yeah, Yuri just takes a deep breath, a sigh, and then says, Mora, I'm with you. Gary just kind of looks at everybody. Who else we got? Dropple. She's sitting there reading one of her books. She's got her fedora on. She just is like, Maury, I'm on your side. Whatever you need. Fernelli nods. The less questions, the better. We've just got to get you where you need to go, Iolite.
Yeah.
I'd argue the shards are more important than whatever backwater shit these two towns have going on.
How does Desi's face look?
Desi, he looks worried.
And that is default face.
It is a little bit. He does have a concerned,
He was
like
already
resting
worried.
concerned face. And he's like, I don't know, I don't really like it, but. And Joop's like, well, no one fucking asked you, Desi. And he's like, well, you kind of did.
Perhaps we should walk around, see what the people in this town actually want or look for. Maybe we can find an alternative that way.
Or we can find a way to justify doing what we might have to do.
Oh, I have no problem with the concept. It is the separation that I am not on board with.
Understandable. It's a big ask.
It's a big ass with not a lot of answers.
Yeah.
Where is Theratrix? Is he still like hiding in the tree line?
He's out in the bog.
Could perhaps intimidate them with a little draconic display.
I don't think they're gonna do us favors for being scary.
We need these people to do this favor. I don't think we're going to get out of it any other way. Not unless we would try to force them to, but that's doubtful.
If the incantation is wrong, they could send us who knows where.
I can make someone famous.
You just dying to make someone famous. Like everywhere we go, you should make someone famous.
Does it work if everyone just takes a sip?
We all get a little famous.
Well, I'll let you think on it. I'm gonna go take a bath.
Nice.
He gets up and leaves the room, goes into one of the two available. Yuri says they're gonna go out and have a smoke. The rest of the group just kind of gets up and starts like dispersing. Droppel stays behind. She's reading a book she's read 1,000,000 times.
Well, do you want to see where everyone stands before? What's everyone thinking?
I'm thinking we need a backup plan if half of us are trapped on one side of this ring and the others are on the other.
Before all that, yes or no, we going through with it?
Yeah, sure.
Iolite?
I trust Maury. I think he's gotten a long way and made it this far, and if he thinks this is okay, then I think it's probably what we need to do. I don't think it would hurt to ask around a little to see if we could get any more kind of backstory on who this person is that we're supposed to shake hands with, but I think, yes, we should do it.
Kethra?
I wish I had more information. It feels a little too wrong to me. But if the rest of you think that this is the right thing to do, I will back you. I just hope this isn't another thing I can add to something that I feel guilty about. We don't know if this person that they're sending us after is innocent. We don't know that.
We don't even know what we're about to do to them, either.
We don't.
It could be they prank each other.
Maybe it's a little zapper. Just like, boom. You know?
Where do you stand, Eldon?
Well, if I had to guess, I would think that it would be some way to scry or listen in if these are two factions against each other. Or maybe some form of control or something like that. And I don't like where either of those lead. But we have to get to where we're going. For Iolite's sake. So I'm willing to do whatever we have to do. Even if I don't like it.
I think we should do it. But like Iolite said, perhaps we can get some more background before we do.
Make us feel a little bit less guilty if these other people turned out to be assholes.
Well, a decision like this, it's not about right or wrong, or guilt, or innocence. It's what are we trying to do more important than someone else. It's the same as ruling a country. Decision for a few can affect others. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. But it's the decision we have to make. Hundreds of miles cut out. Months. Saving us time, and who knows what we would run into. And like Eldon said, it might not be anything dangerous.
Do you really believe that?
I do know that if they're guarding this teleportation circle and they want something to happen on the other side, they wouldn't just ask random people to assassinate someone.
And that's exactly who you ask. You don't know. We don't know, but we're gonna find out.
We could be wrong.
I pray to all the gods that we are. I hope I'm wrong.
But we still have to make the call.
Like I said, I'll back you.
Let's see what information we can gather from the locals of whatever feud this may be.
Ayla, why don't you bust out some bottles of wine and that island charm that you have?
She lifts a little thing of liquid. She goes, I have an idea.
All right.
Where are these guys talking? The leaders and whatever.
So if you exit the tavern, you can see that the town is actually starting to set up. It looks like an outside, like communal meal. There's a bunch of tables that look to normally be off closer to the walls of the space that they've pulled out and are setting up. You kind of notice that there's a lot of
that long table from Huck.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of tables that are being put together. It seems there's muscle memory behind this action with all these people. Like they probably do this fairly frequently. A lot of the doors and stuff are all like open and like this is a small town. They do this kind of thing. They come together and it looks like they have communal meals. So you can see Silra is like moving heavy objects and Joss is like dictating where they go, and Ultrix is just kind of like off to the side, arms crossed, kind of watching it all go down, chats with someone as they walk by. Fryn, the teleportation circle, like, I don't know, guard, she shuffles past and takes her seat at the table, and everybody starts gathering stuff, and people are getting ready to eat. Just
I'm gonna keep eyes on the human leader.
okay.
And if he and his entourage leave, I'd like to like pay attention to where they're going.
Okay.
Like if they're clearly going somewhere to talk. It could be after dinner. I'll be patient and wait all goddamn night. I have another idea. Anyways, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep eyes on them. So when they go in to a closed room, clearly when they want to be away from everybody, I'm going to take a gulp of this potion of clairvoyance.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the invisible eyeball in that room with them.
Ultrix doesn't really strike you as being one who would be chatting with like Silra, probably, but Jose. So you see at one point, like when lunch is done, that Jose and Ultrix is still like he keeps looking over at Kai. Kai, I'm gonna have you do another insight check.
If you're rolling that 20, you can tell if he winks.
Nope, that's 14.
14. There's something almost familiar about Ultrix as the lunch wears on and everybody's eating and chatting. He's charismatic. He's talking with the townspeople. A couple of them, we'll say a handful of like townsfolk, seem to shy away from him and don't really, even like that Fryn, she wants nothing to do with this guy. She's just, anytime he comes over, he almost like does that thing where he like pats your shoulder even though he knows you don't want him to,
Like that extra.
yeah, like he comes over and he grips her shoulder and does a little like, I know you don't like me, but I'm gonna still show that I'm a man of the people kind of thing. But there's something like familiar about his presence. He's like a little, as you're looking at him and watching him walk, he's not a tall, imposing person, but he's like, his skin looks a little, he's darker brown, but a little pale, like he's familiar in some way to you. His demeanor, his self. But he does just make the rounds going through, and you can tell he's not a leader of unity. He is there's some people who really like him and some people who just can't stand this guy. And they don't make it not known. We'll say Ultrix eventually like goes into one of the one of the houses that are there. Maybe there's people that were cooking in that house earlier. It's very kind of just open. This isn't a very big place. And Jose follows him. So what is this eye exactly?
Oh, it is. Apparently there's just an eyeball bobbing in the potion, but it vanishes when the potion is opened. It's like an invisible, it's an orb that I can place somewhere familiar or someplace obvious, like behind a door or in the tree line or something. Only, I think, Devil's Sight and True Sight can see what it is, and it's just a fist-sized orb that they would see.
A fist? Okay. All right. So you kind of like set it up, pop this potion, and set up this orb. It's in the door frame that you can see, but like hovering up above, so it's kind of in the shadow.
No, it's invisible to them. Like they can't, unless they have Devil's Sight or True Sight, they can't see it. So I can just, decide that it's going to be anywhere in that room.
Okay. You tap into this eye/ear ball and can hear shuffling around in the room. You hear the voice of Jose, who is... it sounds like there's only the two of them in this room, and he's got a very like smooth and charming way of speaking, and he just says, so how do you think this is going to turn out? Do you believe that they are going to take the deal? And Ultrix takes a moment and says, I truly don't know, but the leader seemed very pragmatic, and he didn't ask too many questions, and that's really the best that you can hope for. I think this time we'll be able to get this taken care of. And Jose says, well, I can try to have a conversation with any that seem to be holdouts and see if there's anything I can do to... butter them up if that's what you'd like. And Ultrix responds, I'll let you know. I don't know if it will come to that, but if you want to do it for fun, too, they're just passing through. And Joe says, well, if it's any consolation, I believe that they seem like the type. I think you'll make a great leader. And Ultrix says, I appreciate that. I truly do. You've been a great help in this endeavor, and you know that there'll be a place for you. You hear, like, the slapping of a hand on shoulder again. And Joe says, whatever I can do to help, of course.
You think it's a shoulder, anyways.
I can switch to seeing.
And just hand right on ass.
It's like, switch senses. Oh my god, switch back!
Oh god, my eyes!
It lasts for 10 minutes.
They just kind of chat
The
about
slapping noise intensifies.
random stuff for the next few minutes.
Slowly back away.
The lunch is very plain, but like other people cooked it, and it's always tastes better when other people cook food.
Not if it's just muck.
And then Desi, at one point, Iolite is just like, he keeps doing, you know him well enough that he's like looking at you and then just kind of like nervous. He's like his body language is very nervous. He keeps looking over and almost like he wants to make the time happen that you guys are going to talk to each other. And then at some point he's just like, you want to go talk? Let's go chat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We'll be back. We're going to go look at the flowers. Gets up.
She's going to try to make eye contact with Fernilly as she leaves. Is she there?
Yeah, she's there. Let's see. Fernilly, she looks at you both as you go, and she smiles
Next, I know, right?
a little smile, and then looks back down at her food and just like, whatever. And so you...
Eldon clocks all that, by the way.
And
She didn't
Kethra
look-
clocked
nobody-
everybody,
What?
clocking everybody. And she's like, whoa.
Iolite didn't look once at Eldon, but he just saw that whole thing go down, and he's just...
Isla's just doing the nodding thing because she's listening to the conversation in the room, but not actually paying attention to anything out here.
So Desi pulls you aside and you do go over to this like little area where this woman, clearly that's like a cantrip or something that she has. She's got flowers that she decorates various areas of this village with that definitely do not grow here naturally. He kind of like reaches out and just casually, nervously, anxiously like touches one of the flowers and it grows a little bit more and then he's like, so, this doesn't have to be awkward. I don't know why I'm making it awkward.
You seemed really nervous.
Yeah, I just, I wanted to ask you a favor.
Of course.
And it's gonna sound weird, but I don't know if it is weird because, I don't know, you're like, you know, the only family I've left.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like Fernilly, and I wanted to. Is it weird to like ask for your blessing, kinda?
My blessing.
Yeah, to. I don't know, like be with her.
He's asking you if can have Fernilly's hand in marriage.
Well,
I don't know why it's weird. It just feels weird, and I felt like I needed to talk to you about it. I mean, you've got Eldon, right? Everything, and you didn't have to ask me permission or anything like that, but just I felt like I should say something to you.
what do you think I have with Eldon?
I don't know. What do you have with Eldon?
I don't know.
Well,
Are you looking for permission to do something in particular? You haven't yet?
Permission to
I've seen you
permission to bone.
I've seen you kiss, and I've seen you canoodling, so I just kind of assumed you guys were already
You walked
a
in
thing.
at a bad time, Badger.
No, just kind of like, to be together.
If she makes you happy, of course.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it was going to be cool for that.
It's totally cool.
I hear Ron Howard, someone going, it was not.
It was not cool.
In fact, it was not cool.
All right. Easy enough then. Simple conversation.
What if I said no?
That's my stomach. I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
Throws up. Their feet.
I get
It's not
anxious.
like, it's like a little kid, like, bleh. It's like a little.
Just like a nonchalant kind of little kid puke.
I don't know. I guess I would have crossed that bridge. I didn't think you'd say no. I just thought it was respectful. But you said yes, so we're good. Everything's good.
Everything's really good.
Great.
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Hugs?
Of course.
He gives a big hug. Kisses the top of your forehead.
She like ruffles his hair.
Thinking of cutting it, maybe.
Did she tell you to do that?
No. I just, it gets messy.
I mean, I think it looks good when it's messy, but it's your hair.
It's absorbing the bog smell.
Oh, that's temporary. You know, Kai could help you with that.
Yeah.
He can debug hair. I imagine.
It also just might be time for something new,
Okay. Getting a girlfriend, you're cutting your hair. I just don't even. Just a whole new man.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to make it weird for everybody else, so we should go back.
Sure.
All right. Turns around and walks away, leaving you there.
Those one of those.
Maybe for like the first time ever.
Does he look back?
No.
Oh no.
It's real.
Ooh.
He goes and sits down, and while you're not at the table, the rest of you are, but you can see him kind of like lean in and whisper something to Fernelli, and she just kind of pats his shoulder, and then, like there's the I did it kind of,
I told her that conversation. I'm gonna
I said
Ayla if it's
exactly
okay
what
if
you
I
said.
bait you.
Yeah. So lunch ends. You've gotten some more information. Ultrix heads out with Joss.
It took Iolite a good 5 minutes to actually go back in after that.
All right. Anything anybody wants to do?
At some point, doesn't have to be like now, but some point, probably around like the dinner time, he'll not engage Oxbridge, but Kai will try to mosey on close for a conversation because he's noticed him looking multiple times.
Okay.
When the scrying spell ends, Ayla would lean in and go, well, I could not tell if what is going to happen is going to be malicious or not, but they certainly expect us to do it. They are going to try to butter us up if we are resistant to it. And something odd was one of them mentioned that the other one would be a good leader. I do not know what to take from that.
But who would be a good leader?
Oh, I don't know which one is which speaking, but one said to the other one about what we are doing, that they would make a good leader.
Do you think they're implying that they would, like, take this other person's place as a leader?
I would imagine
Like, 'cause we're about
this
to
location
kill them?
only has one leader. Where would the other lead but where we are going?
Oh, maybe we should have asked less questions.
They did
Maybe Maury
boast
had the
that
right
Maury
idea.
did not ask enough questions. I do not know if this glove will vaporize this person or possess him or what. My concerns remain unchanged.
Well, they gain nothing if we kill them outright. Because all we have to do is say we were made to do it. It's most likely that second option, the possession or something.
Or like a delayed death? Because if we just shake this guy's hand and he drops dead, then they're going to attack us.
Perhaps that is the plan. They attack us, and the bog people attack while they are distracted.
If there's
We
one
also don't know the other people on the other side. I mean, not to try and find a reason, but who says the people on the other end aren't keeping these ones down here in the bog?
We don't know enough.
We don't. We don't know anything.
If there is a feud, it would not matter if what we ask them of their opinion here. They will obviously say that the
We never get the truth.
other people, yes, are non-stinky bog haters or something.
Now I get why Maury didn't want to know more. I think he might have been right.
Maury does
Sometimes-
not talk enough. That is his problem.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
I have to do it. We have to get there. I'll do it. I don't want to know anymore.
I mean,
I'll
Maury
just do it.
is going to be the one that does it.
Well, I think I should be there.
Well,
This is all.
you're sure as hell not
my
going by
fault.
yourself.
Well, no. I'll be with Maury.
Ultrix is making rounds, we'll say, like kind of through the village, which there doesn't seem to be a whole lot to do here. People are doing their thing, but he just makes his rounds walking. Silra is kind of behind him about 10 feet, just keeping an eye out. And he sees you approach. And then he just kind of gives a little nod to Silra, who hangs back. And he has his award-winning smile and gleaming teeth as he
In this bog?
in this
That's
fog.
magic.
Beautiful, beautiful teeth.
This bog at this hour, at this atmosphere, entirely located in this village.
You don't get teeth that white eating shit beetles.
What?
I imagine they eat a lot of shit beetles here.
Who said shit beetles? You said shit. Nobody else
Yes, I
said
did.
shit
She
beetles.
didn't. She didn't say what the food was.
Why would you assume shit beetles?
We're in a
That
bog.
was a real quick descent, guys.
That was
a real quick descent.
that was entire. That made
There's
me believe that you
plants.
just had shit beetles in your mind.
We went from
Like
nice
earlier.
white teeth to shit beetles, and literally
There's a million
under
other things that
second.
eat in a swamp other than shit beetles.
Shit beetles.
Maybe.
We went
The
right to
bog-
dung
The
beetles.
bog
I love
master.
it.
Ayla, the bog master. Shit beetles.
He smiles
bug knowledge.
wide as you approach. How are you enjoying our fine city?
It's a quaint little place.
Quaint is a word.
It is. Well, I couldn't help but notice the glances.
The glances. He looks around.
I only assumed you wanted to ask me something.
A wise assumption. But first, Katamorif shared your names, but I didn't memorize them. You are
Kai.
Kai. It's wonderful to meet you.
A
And
pleasure.
You travel with this group often? This is your entourage?
We're a band together.
You must be quite powerful to get through the swamp, the bog, all of you.
We get by.
Conversationalist. I couldn't help but notice your demeanor, the way you carry yourself. You're from Devenia.
That is where I hail from.
God, you need to start slouching or something.
The accent is thick.
Spray tan.
Yeah, spray tan and a slouch.
Traveling with Emporians, Galleons. It's a bit far from home.
And Umarians.
It's been a while since I've seen one of us out here.
You hail from Devenia.
Not quite. I meant one of us. You see him smile, and like two little fangs come down from his...
What's the weather
Just throw
like here?
Vampire gang signs.
Watching him tonight. Never so happy that Kethra said she's gonna be watching out for him tonight. She's like in the bushes, like, what the fuck? She's like paying attention.
She's one of the ship beetles.
Yeah, I turned into one of the ship beetles, and I'm like,
You're gonna get put in a soup. Ship beetle soup.
He retracts them back.
ship beetle soup.
So that they're gone, and he still has his beautiful smile. And it's clear night. Tonight, on this night, the 10th of memories, the moons out are Naclear is in waning crescent.
Sorry.
Waning. What's the?
I'm so sorry.
There's like a sliver. Waning
Breathe,
sliver.
Colin just fell out.
Waning crescent. There's just a very tiny sliver of waxing chaos. The twins are half, and Iara is half as well. So it's, there's a decent amount of light because Iara gives off quite a bit.
But when we arrived, we saw them in the daylight.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you could sense me.
In a way. Something about the way you move. Your skin.
Ooh.
And there were moments when you forgot to breathe.
I have gotten lazy as of late.
Happens to the best of us.
Is it just you in this village?
It is. Just me.
The others, do they know?
They know what they need to know.
You have people following you. They don't know who you are.
This does not define me in its entirety. It's only a part of who I am, just like it's only a part of who you are. They know what they need to know. I am interested in how you came to be, however.
Meaning?
It is quite infrequent for a Dampier to be wandering around. Typically, we have to be with our own kind in order to be accepted.
Well, you would be the first that I've met.
You're not the first, but it has been a long, long time. And your friends know who you are?
They're aware who they are traveling with.
That is a loyal group. Hold them close.
They've grown on me.
you're lucky to have family instead of just associates. He, like, glances back to Silra, who's leaning against the wall, watching you very intently, but not like in a I'm reading your lips kind of way. Squaring you up. Cracks her knuckles, which I can't do.
Ah.
That was not an invitation.
Sound effects. It's for the immersion.
I had to like literally stop myself and go, nah, and slap at him. Ugh.
Can't wait to see how Scribe Quill quotes that somehow. Pop, pop, pop.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Well, I'll keep your secret if you keep mine.
Very well. Don't need any extra complications for either of us.
No, that is a true statement if I ever heard one.
Then level with me one creature of the night to another.
Sorry.
Creature of the night.
Come to me. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to step on that.
How much heat are we going to be looking at on the other side?
Ah. You want more details? Well, none. As long as all goes well. A simple handshake. Maybe 2. You'll be on your way and I'll get what I want. The leader, Maester Fen, Olean Fen. He's an asshole, just to put it plainly. His son is not, which is unfortunate. But they're both standing in the way. So don't be too charmed by Talbarin. It's a nice enough young man, but this is business. You will not be charmed by Orlean. That's an easy decision to make.
I appreciate your candor.
I appreciate having met you. We all like to feel a little less alone now and again.
Taking advantage of you being the first of our kind that I've met. How did you come to be?
Well, it is a story that I've heard told several different ways. But in the end, no different than anyone else. In some cases they were in love, in other cases they were not. Either way, here I am.
Seems to be a theme.
Well, truly no different than anyone else's story.
Just different.
Do you know yours? How you came to be? Origin story?
Still finding out.
Well, Rift Spire will put you closer to where you call home. I'm sure answers, typically to all of us, are near the Darklands, if not in them.
The Darklands. Where is that?
Just more to the north, a couple 100 miles. But as we know, there are no vampires in Devenia, so you may be shit out of luck.
Well, we're not in Devenia, are we?
Not yet.
Learned more from outside of Devenia than I ever did in there. so perhaps it is good we are not in Tavenia.
Sounds about right. Tavenia has a way of keeping its secrets. It's a rare feat.
Very good at it. Seems that they've been at it for a very long time.
Yes, they have.
I won't take up any more of your time.
It's been a pleasure, of course.
Maybe we will see each other again in this life.
Perhaps. Maybe you'll hear my name echoed across the meadows one day.
Perhaps you'll hear ours again. The Woven Fates.
The Woven Fates. I'll commit it to memory. Good evening, Kai.
Good evening.
He nods, and then nods back to Silra, who lifts off the wall and continues following as he makes rounds. Some people just scoffing and turning away, and other people giving the handshake. And as you return to your group who are gathering in the square for the evening, Mori just kind of claps his hand together. You know what? I'm going to have everybody make a perception check. And I'm doing a group success. So it's going to be an average.
$15.
15.
23.
13.
Plus 5, so
I rolled a
17.
10 and I was like, oh, fuck.
Okay. Mori claps his hands together and says, "All right, well, I don't know what your investigations revealed, but I think it's time to put it to a vote." And that's where we will take a... As you stand in the town square of Bog's End with Mori, the light from Iara and Phelan and Isvian coming down from the sky, the glowing eyes of Theratrix watching you from the distance. Mori claps his hands together. So, we have a decision to make. What say you, Woven Fates?
I can see Eldon and Kethra look at each other begrudgingly, like...
Uh-oh.
Considering we don't have any other options, it's a yay from us.
Good, good. Not too much more convincing I need to do. We're all on the same page. Even if it is a flimsy, wet, bog-stained page.
That was graphic, but yes.
We'll go through with it.
Any thoughts on who stays behind while the other group moves ahead? Do we want to split it by Woven Fates and Astrum's End, or...
I would like to go.
Okay.
I will go with her.
So will I.
Well, someone has to stay.
I guess Kethra and I will stay behind.
I did let Ultrix know about Theratrix. He made some bad joke about their names. Which I have promptly forgotten.
I assume Theratrix will be going with you.
I don't know what type of reception we would get at Riften?
Rift Spire.
Rift Spire.
It's my understanding that they do not guard their teleportation circle as they do here. We will arrive in a space and then travel a few minutes down.
Well, if that's the case, then yes, he'll come with us.
All right.
Can you make sure Desi stays?
Yes.
Hey, Desi!
I want you to stay. Because I want your ass to come.
Your ass is staying here!
Kethra, go.
Do you two have
I'll keep an eye on him, Iolite.
Do you two have to stay? Is Vastrum's End is staying, or is some of Astrum's End
I
coming
would like
with
to
us?
bring some of my folks along with me.
He doesn't want to travel with us.
That's enough Woven Fates for him, okay?
I think
I think the real question is who's staying back with Kai and Kethra. Because we can only assume that Fernley is going with Maury. Because
Well, Desi's staying now. Even if Kethra has to put him in a
Fernley will
frickin'...
still go, though.
We'll put him in a fucking headlock.
This is Ayla and Fernley's time to bond on an away mission.
They've been bonding with the hoagie training.
Oh, Kevin's gonna ask. Oh, this is an option for Kevin to ask Desi a lot of uncomfortable questions.
Yeah,
Lots of uncomfortable questions. Yes.
grill him.
Well, they only have 2 rooms available, and they're not very big, so I figured we'll just make camp out here, on the edge of town.
How long after we complete the handshake do the rest come?
When I spoke with Ultrix, he said he would be able to tell once the deed had been done, and would ferry along the rest. My understanding that Fryn is actually the one who performs the ritual that allows for the teleportation circle to activate, so Ultrix will be there.
Be prepared for any double cross.
I don't expect for this to take very long. It's a handshake, and that's typically what one does. I didn't do that when meeting them here today. Although thinking about it, I'm sure Ultrix, if he's got this up his sleeve, wouldn't have shaken my hand anyway. But it's not an unnatural greeting in certain areas of the globe. The plane.
Has he given you the gloves yet?
He has not. I have not even seen them.
Do you think when they give them to you, you'll be able to tell what they do? Is that something that's in your wheelhouse?
No.
I got rid of that spell.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I should have kept it.
That's all right. We'll find out when it happens.
No, unfortunately. I could ask Gary.
Oh, is Gary good at that?
Sometimes.
Gary's a god.
Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page. I am excited to move forward. Please try not to worry too much about this. It is a simple task, if one of the simplest I've ever been asked to do, to be quite honest.
That is why it is worrisome.
Thank you.
So, we meet this maester. What then? We asked to meet his son?
Ultrix explained that the sun is, it's an adult sun, and that they are both leaders of this town, and that his son is meant to kind of take his place at a certain point. So I have a feeling we'll be meeting both of them at the same time. Or within quick succession. The sun is the target.
Will they not be hostile towards people coming from this bog?
Will they know? Do we have to tell them we came from somewhere else?
I don't. That off table, like they only connect. Like you can't just use a teleport ring and decide I'm gonna go there, right? It's like they're connected.
You don't know how many, like, which teleportation circles are connected, how many there are out here. But you could approach the town from any, like, probably thinking about it, like a semicircular direction from where it is on the map.
Either way, Theratrix should be a good way to gain attention, and I'm sure they'll want to meet us at that point.
What if he freaks them out?
Once he sees someone riding on him.
I'm sure that man riding that dragon is totally nice.
That's not a threat.
Would Theratrix allow me to ride on him?
I highly doubt so.
Well, we'll see how they feel when they see us. But if there is a gentleman riding on a dragon, it may be assumed that you are the leader of this group, and if so, the handshaking may need to be you.
Perhaps you dress as the voice.
I doubt news of any of that has reached this area yet. I don't think it would even be necessary.
It will now.
If we come into this town and say that we're just passing through, and we just wanted to make sure that no one would attack us, and that we wouldn't attack them.
If they're not going to see us arrive, would it make sense for you and Theratrix to kind of watch from a distance discreetly, in case anything does happen? And then they wouldn't necessarily see the dragon and get... We just don't want anything to seem weird. We're just people, and then we just want this guy to shake Maury's hand, and then we just need to, like, get out of here. Like, we don't want it to seem like a big deal, I guess, is my thought. Maybe?
They may see us arrive. It's
Okay.
not heavily guarded,
We
but
might not be able
they
to
have
hide
their
the
own
dragon.
circle keeper.
The days when he could have just been in your hood. When are we doing this?
Tomorrow morning. I'm gonna have everyone make another perception roll, group roll.
Ooh. 21.
Me too.
I'm
20.
I'm gonna reroll. That's better.
9.
Okay.
23.
All right.
Yeah, 20, 21, 22, 23.
That's solid. We're gonna perceive so much.
Full house.
You set up camp off a little bit closer, we'll say, kind of to the bog, but not on the edge of it, just so that Theratrix can, like, come out and feel like part of the group again.
Oh, he must smell so bad.
Theratrix?
He's been
Probably
hiding in
smells
the
better than
bog
the
the
rest of
whole
us.
time.
Like, not under the
He's staying in the dead trees.
bog
He's
water.
Yeah,
fine.
but the trees
We all
get the
smell.
stink.
So don't you. You didn't bathe.
I have a cleansing stone.
I didn't see you use it.
She's using it every hour.
Theratrix says, I ate several somethings that were very interesting texture. And
I hate
Beetles.
several men in the woods.
very,
Probably poop beetle.
Poop beetles.
very yummy. I wish I could share it with you, but I think they taste quite good as they are, and you'd likely have to cook them.
Thanks for sharing, Theratrix.
That is how I prefer my food.
there are some delicacies out here.
I'm
I
gonna
look forward-
take your word on that one.
I look forward to tasting more of what's out there.
And you hear from my bag.
I thought that was Beatrix like sharing with us. Hold on.
No, that's Nick's. Being like, that's Nick's gagging.
Baby bird feeds it.
He's like, there, take that piece.
Who's doing watches? It cannot be Eldon and Fernand. I'm cutting
No, we're gonna
Eldon
ask
out.
them every time.
Kai will volunteer.
I'll fucking do it. That's what you
So I
hear,
guess
Kethra.
I'm
I'll fucking
excluded.
do it.
All right. So you, Kethra, Kai, are on your watch. One more perception check just from the two of you.
It's too many perception checks.
We gotta be perceiving things.
13.
Yeah, did we notice anything with that really good one that we all did?
You're about to.
Oh, geez.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
12.
Okay. You two on your watch. You are on the edge of Boggs and watching. They try to keep things dimly lit. They're not trying to attract attention. You kind of notice this routine that Ultrix does with he comes in, checks on you all, and bids you good night. Silra along with him, Jose as well, swinging his little cane, and he gives a little wink to whichever person makes eye contact with him first. And then the townsfolk are shuttering windows and like kind of locking things up that they usually keep open during the day.
If we're sleeping in the, I'm putting the hut up.
Okay. You are on your watch. We'll say, there's multiple watches, but during yours in particular, you are made aware of movement off to the side. Astrom's End, like some, maybe like Desi and Fernilli are in with you guys in the tiny hut, but the rest of the group kind of likes to stay with where Maury is. A couple of them in the carriage, and you look over and you see Gary, and he is, at first you just notice like the kind of like silhouette, and then he like steps out into the light, and he's a little bit further away. He's kind of near where Julep and Dropple and all of them, and you notice him kind of kneel down towards where Dropple is. And in this moment where you're watching, which one of you got higher? Was it you, Kethra?
13.
You're watching, Kai will say you're a little bit to the side, watching a different direction. And there's just something off about the way that Gary is moving. And even as you watch him like lean down to where Dropple is, and you're just kind of focusing, and then your brain just starts thinking back to how Gary has been for the past like day.
I mean, the fact that you even recognize, acknowledge it's Gary is a red flag.
It is.
We aren't supposed to
The
notice Gary.
fact
We're
that
noticing
you
Gary.
are looking, you're like, oh, Gary. Huh. Like, I don't... It's weird to notice Gary. But also you start thinking back, like, Gary hasn't said anything all day. He hasn't been really talking. When Maury asked how everybody felt, everybody gave their opinion except for Gary, who just kind of tilted his head. And it's in that moment that you get that feeling of like something's wrong with Gary as he is like leaning closer to Dropple, who's asleep in the Astrom's End. He's probably about 20 or so feet away in the dark, like the light. You can just barely see it's like shining off of his back as he's leaning down to her. And in this moment, you have an opportunity to do something, should you choose.
She's going to walk closer to him.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you trying to just walk over and make noise?
She don't give a fuck. She's just walking right up.
Okay.
What the fuck is up, Gary?
You're just walking up like, what the fuck you doing, dude?
Fucking Gary.
Gary, I notice you.
As you are walking up, you can tell that Gary, who's like knelt over Dropple, he hears you, and he turns his face and looks at you. And in that moment, you see a mixture of, it's like Gary's face, Desi's face, Maury's face. It like kind of is shifting your own face, everybody who is in your group. And you realize this isn't Gary. This is definitely somebody else.
That's creepy.
And this individual lunges at you. With long claws that appear not to be consistent with the body of Gary. And that's a natural one. And a 25.
Oh.
Well, fuck then. Okay.
You take 11 points of slashing damage from these claws as it makes this like sound. And
Sorry, I don't know.
okay.
She said it makes a noise.
And
I can do the high-pitched
it
screams. She does the
kind of
low-pitched
slips
growls.
a little bit in the muck,
Good thing we're in a bog.
and you
It's slipping in the mud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I love fighting in the mud.
Nope, it's slipping. She just said
it
it.
slipped a little bit. As it comes and lunges at you, you have an opportunity to do something in return.
Always. All right. So first, she's going to cast Blight on him.
Blight. Okay.
Blight,
As
yes.
it like slips over, you kind of. Do you have to touch with that one, or
That one.
or
just
within a certain
vocal
amount?
and somatic. So no.
Okay. So that is a save.
Con save 17.
That is a fail.
All right. Cool. So it is 8d8. 37.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
And as her bonus action, she's going to wild shape into the bear.
Okay.
Just for good measure.
Just for good measure. Being like, let's even the playing
got
field, you
claws,
growling
too.
little fucker.
Oh no. Keep Desi in the tent.
Okay. You all.
Hopefully he's
the
dealt with
majority
that
of
by
you
now.
being asleep.
God, I hope so.
We'll do another top of the round. Sky, you're like there, but this is all like. We'll do top of this round here. So, Kethra, you actually end up going first now as the bear. This creature is like slid on the muck and looks up. It does more of this like hiss scream thing. But you are a large creature. So,
I left my notebook in the other room, so
I think you're like +5s to hit. So,
yeah, I think so. Yeah. So as a bear, she's gonna do what a bear does.
okay.
Gotta do this.
You need to wild shape it into something that you don't need to use your mouth on.
At this point, she's just kind of given up. That she's like, I'm just gonna have to have a lot of bad taste in my mouth. It's just how it's gonna be. All right, so we're gonna do cave. Is 17 plus
Yep,
plus
that-
7 to hit.
That
So-
hits for sure.
All right, so 1d8 plus 5. 8 points for bite. And correct, yes. 20 plus 7,
natural
so
20.
27.
Nice.
yeah.
All right, nat 20.
Awesome.
2d6
Gary.
plus 5.
Big Gary.
So it's 4d6 because you doubled it.
Holy fucking
Where's the
balls.
Oh no, I'm
Real
sorry. You roll. Yeah.
Please, sleeping
4d6.
peacefully.
Not
Plus
in the
5?
dirt.
Not
Plus
in the
5.
bog.
2, 4, 10, 11, so 16.
Okay.
Nice.
You chomp down on this creature that's and like rip one of its arms clean off. It screams out this horrible sound. Kai, if you weren't aware before, you definitely are. And then actually everybody else starts waking up too. It does like one of those like flailing attacks on you as the bear. Desperate screeching, and then also like goes to bite down. Nope. both are not going
Picture
to hit.
in the Lost World where everybody's waking up because the Rex is in the tent and one guy starts screaming, everyone gets up, everybody's like scrambling like fucking mad.
Trivia, that
We've
guy's name's
got
Carlos.
a 7 and a 14.
7 and a 14.
Does a 14 hit? Is it like a 11? Is that the AC?
12.
Okay, so one of them hits. We'll say it's the, well, this was the bite. The bite hits. So you take 14 points of piercing damage and 1 point of acid damage. As it's kind of like flailing down. I'm almost picturing like when Gollum got the rotoscoped version of Lord of the Rings, when Gollum got, I forget who touched him, like Sam touches him and he freaks out. It's a very obscure reference I'm making. But he's like, it burns, it bites, it freezes. And he like flailing on the ground.
I started that a couple months ago. But I didn't
Hi,
finish it.
you are up.
You said it was only about like 20. It's close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough now.
get
It's actually
within-
probably only 10 feet away from you now. If you like
Okay.
turn around, you're like, oh my god, there it is.
I will bonus action and Hexblade curse them.
Okay.
And he will take Bloodletter's Shadow out and attack. 15 to hit.
That hits
All right.
as it's flailing on the ground, having lost 5 to its AC with that net one.
So I rolled max damage because I have that thing on the sword. I can roll again.
Okay.
Can't remember
Exploding
what it's called.
dice.
Thing-
I don't
thing-
remember.
Something. So that's 14 plus 5 would be 19 plus how much is Hexblade's curse?
Still adding. Nice. Yeah.
That's another 4. So 23 points of damage.
That is about 4 times as much as it had left. So,
Fuck. Hey, nice, Kai. We fucked that thing up.
What do you-
Nice.
what is the death blow from Kai with Bloodletter's Shadow?
So as it's doing its flailing attack, after I picture the arm is still in the bear's mouth, just being like shaken, and
She just
as
chucks
it,
in the general vicinity of
as it
anybody
has,
that's
like,
around.
that one arm out, he's gonna do like an upward swing and just cleave from like under the arm across the collarbone. Just
And again, from inside my bag over in the corner here.
You see a black spray of ichor that just flails out, kind of like a fan, splashing different areas of
Anime
the
style, where the
space.
blade
Yeah.
goes through it, but he doesn't move,
Just slides.
and then the body, the top half
Then it
slides.
explodes
I think that
with like
happened in
blood,
True
just
Blood, didn't it?
too much blood.
I think
that
so,
doesn't-
yeah.
Every time they killed an
Yeah, they
vampire in True Blood, it
they
was
just
an
turned to
anime
goo.
explosion.
Yeah. What show was it? They just slid apart.
underworld.
Thank you.
Everyone wakes up from this. You come over. The 2 pieces of the creature, it shudders a little bit and then stops moving. You see this like very pale but pockmarked, kind of skinned, very very thin, almost looks like a
Slender Man.
it's not too tall. It's like an average human height, but it looks it looks like a golem kind of thing with these like pointed ears and
when you said
sharp
nails,
teeth.
I imagine like the old school Nosferatu.
Yeah, maybe like a spawn of that. It's got these sharp teeth and like round, like black eyes. Once it settles into what its face actually
I was
looks
gonna
like.
ask if its face was like in mid contort, like many different faces still, or if it
No,
like,
it settles into what it was, which you do not know what it was, but it's this like just nude, sexless, thin creature that just lays there, and everybody wakes up. Dropple is like, "Oh my god!"
Are they covered in gross?
Yeah, a couple
That
people
happened
would
right
be-
over them, didn't
yeah.
it?
Well, they were away by like 10 feet, but it still splattered
Do we
around.
see real Gary?
I was just
You
gonna say,
do not see real Gary.
has anyone seen Gary?
A bunch of them, are all waking up. Desi is like, we all saw him today.
I don't think
Was
that was
really
Gary.
him?
Has anyone spoken with Gary?
He speaks.
That's an honest question.
Maury is like, I'm racking my brain. Maybe yesterday, maybe this morning.
I'm using Mage Hand. I'm just taking the face and going, what is that?
You see one of the looking around. One of the townsfolk has like flipped a light on and is looking out at you. They're far enough away though, and then like flicks the light off and shuts the shade.
Flips the light on, and there's just everybody and a bear. And a dead body. And they're like, oh, nope,
Not
Not
tonight.
my-
Nope.
And a dragon.
Not getting involved.
They're just like, keep it down.
Yep.
Uh,
I know how to mind my business.
Julep is like standing there and she's like, no, we've got to find him. We're not fucking going anywhere until we find that motherfucker. Does anybody have like search for objects or something?
I do, but do we know something he had?
Yeah, he likes to wear those tight pants. See if you can.
She pulls out his tight pants. These ones right
Produce
here.
a pair of tight pants for me to reference, please.
You have never noticed? It's like it hugs his,
You have.
It's three-piece.
I mean, how could you not?
It's three-piece set.
Well, I didn't.
Sometimes it's like he's, trying to just get my attention.
I haven't really noticed
He
Gary's
does have
junk. Sorry,
big dick
no.
energy, so
No.
that makes sense.
You will now.
Now that you brought it to my attention, but actually, I don't. There's a good chance I won't.
I bet you will. But we need to find him.
Okay, I will look for
First.
I'll locate his pants if they're
Cat's gonna turn
not
to
too
Kai
far
and go,
away.
she really has his junk burned in her memory.
Apparently.
I think she needs to get
Are you doing it? Are you doing it,
I'm
Iolite?
picturing the pants.
She's like, with the bulge, with the bulge.
I just imagine David Bowie in the Labyrinth.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Just with
Nope,
that
that's where all of
fat
our minds
fucking
went.
Big
mass.
ol'
Dance, magic dance.
You almost immediately get a ping on the pants.
guys, I'm pinging on the pants.
hang on the pants.
It is back in the bog, but
Ultimate
not
euphemism.
too far away. What is that, like 1,000 feet? Yeah. So, I mean, still could be a decent distance, but it's back in the bog.
Real Gary's in the bog.
All right.
What direction?
That way.
Do we have light?
You can make fucking light, Ayla. Desi
I-
can make light. Desi's like, I can make light. I'll make light.
I'll bring
I
out my
don't
mode of
need
light.
it.
There's light.
I don't need light. Let's just go.
Eldon's gonna get on Theratrix and he'll start heading that direction.
Maury's like, not all of us should go. Okay?
The leader is rapidly losing control of the situation.
He's absolutely right.
Gary! We'll risk it all for Gary.
So who's going?
I'm going.
Desi,
Kai.
Iolite, Kai, Eldon, Theratrix, Julep. I think that's good. 6 people. Maury says. That's good.
Juleps, what? Halfling?
She's a halfling.
Could she get on Theratrix too?
She can physically.
And fly still?
Like both of you.
And fly, I'd say no.
Maybe he can just carry her.
Yeah, with all your
Technically, it's
stuff.
funny because in like the forums, that's like one of those like rules as written because nothing says that he can't carry someone. You know what I mean? But that's against the spirit of the.
I
thing.
guess, like, how often does he hit leg day?
Really, he's just
So
all legged. So
you head into the wildlands. You've got the ping on the pants.
That
which
has to
is
be this
definitely helpful.
episode name. The ping on the pants.
Ping on the bulge of the pants.
The ping on the bulge of the pants. The pants in the boggy hole.
The boggy hole.
I had a rhyme.
The ping on the
didn't
bulge
rhyme
on the
at
pants in the bog. The ping on the bulge on the pants in the bog. That's it right there.
The bulge in the pants and the pants in the bog. Got it.
it goes round and round in the party
Bog
goes
down in
round
the
and
valley.
bog.
Yeah, it has to end with an oh yeah, the boggy hole. That's what I want. Yeah.
So you head out into the bog. You are challenged because it's not necessarily on the road. So you kind of are trying to stick to the planks and the stones as you go. A little bit easier without having a cart to worry about. But as you continue, you everybody make a perception check.
Oh shit! Nice. I rolled for Theratrix also. You didn't say it, but
Yep.
I figured.
No, that's fine. I said Julep and Desi went with you, correct? Yeah, so that's Julep. That's Desi. You start to notice like the little, glimmering lights off in the distance. Things that maybe they're fireflies or something, or maybe they're the fen lights or the whatever they were called that I made up. And so just trying to keep everything, keep it down, like you keep your eyes down when you see them. You don't want to like attract attention for these. What did we get?
17.
17?
18.
18.
Theratrix got a 13, I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Really
You
determined to
are
find Gary.
you are able to avoid. You do notice, given that you've come across it before, like an area that's one of those hidden leech beds. That there's just something about it. There's like a plant or something that kind of grows up on the top of the surface that catches your attention, and you're able to navigate around it. Why don't you roll? Actually, I'm gonna roll a d4. I'm gonna roll a d4. What is that, a 3? Eldon.
Yes, ma'am.
On Theratrix. You step forward, roll one perception check for you.
Oh, damn. That was 3 plus 5.
Okay.
8.
You, Iolite, are able to say, like,
to a fucking 8. That sucks.
you're getting closer. You can tell. You're not really sure what you're gonna find when you get there, but you can definitely tell that you're making your way closer. It's probably only another like 100 or so feet, and there's a point at which kind of like you land on the side of a tree on top of Theratrix, and then you feel yourself with the with a, what did you roll? 8?
Yeah.
Suddenly there is a like snapping motion that comes from the side of the tree. Dexterity save for yourself and for Theratrix.
So 18 plus 9 for myself, a 19 plus, I'm not sure how, for him, okay, it was 19 plus 4 for him.
It's that same
Okay.
bald newt that tried to
18
eat
plus
me.
9 for me.
You both
Hungry.
didn't notice, but as you like escape from this snapping motion, you had landed in what could only be described as like a giant Venus flytrap type plant. Theratrix is going to take 6 points of damage as it like closes mostly on his body, but he's able to like pull himself out without getting stuck.
Got his tail.
And you, as you're looking around, Kai, you can now see, like, now that this form has been called out in its motion, because they're completely motionless, until you start to see that you've entered an area where, like, all around on the trees and coming up from the ground, there are these different, like, large-looking plant creatures.
It's a whole field of Audrey 2s.
Oh no.
And you are able to kind of point it out. Now they were able to escape without getting stuck. So,
Did you see it was 6 or 9?
6. And you head further in, and you're probably only about maybe like 50 feet away from where these pants are, and you can feel it. But the area that you're looking at, you're feeling like it's down under this water. So about 50 feet from where you are, there's like these little pod things that you can see just under the water. So what are you doing? Desi like floats his lights out and they're hovering over. There's other lights that kind of hover around where he makes his like multicolored, so you can tell the difference. He starts adding oranges and pinks and blues, so you can see the difference between those, and you're all able to like change your vision away from the fen lights.
Can you can tell where he is?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep making a beeline to figure out
And it's
Yeah,
in the
just
exactly where
under-
he is. Like, can I tell? Like, he's right.
There's like a cluster of like these white. So you're looking out over this bog. For those of you without dark vision, and with the lights there, so Kai, you can see this like black water, still water with these white, almost like egg-like sacs that are pretty large that hover just under the surface, and there's clusters of them. The lights from between Desi and the fen lights are just kind of like hovering, and you can see it's like the water almost looks like a film that is just sitting there, not moving.
Can you tell which one it is?
Can I tell which one it is?
You can tell this one cluster of like 5 or 6. It's in there.
It's one of those.
Eldon is going to have Thartrix change into his thunderous form, so he can swim, like as we're going down, and we'll dive down into the water from the tree.
You're like going
I'm
for a
on
swim with him?
I'm on him.
Yeah.
I'm hanging on.
All right.
Okay.
Like like you know how like when you swim like dolphins.
So you kind of like go down into it. It's immediately like this thick feeling water.
Imagine trying to like swim in syrup.
Yeah, it's
That's like
it's
that's
warm.
just such a
You had to
gross, like,
say
you can
that.
Imagine it. Like,
Part of me was actually
when you
thinking
have
it's
maple
the
syrup that has the after you
the
let it sit for a
Ewok
while,
movie
like,
where the
has
kid
a
touches the
film.
water and he's
Oh, yeah,
instantly
instantly under-
trapped
Underneath.
underneath it like it's glass.
You're expecting cold, and you don't get it when you get in there. It's just like a warm soup kind of feeling.
Bugs.
As you
Why
go
do you have
in.
to go soup? Because that's the noise that it made. Like now I'm just imagining go soup.
Yeah, you didn't
It's not a
splash.
As it
No.
sounds like this when you guys going.
Yeah.
I was just saying to him, like, you ever having French toast or pancakes and you don't get to it, and then the maple syrup has that like very
Yeah.
slight skin film on it. That's what I'm imagining.
Julep is she's crackling with energy. It's almost like she doesn't know what to do with it, and she's like, just tell me what I need to do, tell me how I can help. But Desi's just like, just stay calm, we might need you to, and like, I don't know, do what you can to heal or something. What's Kai doing?
Kai wants to get right in there with Eldon to try and
do like a
figure out.
dive in.
Elegant.
Are you
royal-
walking
the
on the
royal
water,
dive.
or I don't know what you can do. So
I imagine you like taking your coat off, like, like it just like
Hold
flies
this.
off you.
No,
Obi-Wan
he's
taking off
just
the
gonna
wade in there
wade
and like,
right in,
okay,
yeah.
all right. Iolite.
I mean, is it like if I'm not in the bog, how close can I be to these?
About 50 feet.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's a good
Oh,
point.
I
'cause
can't
if
be
it's,
helping
Like 10 feet away from
No,
the
no,
thing,
no.
we're all in
Do
the
you
water.
have to be
No,
trudging through it?
it took the
No.
woman to ask the sensible question. How
No,
far
you're
away?
on the edge. It's like 50 feet away from you. You can see, like, you have to go in a good 50 feet in for to,
All right, that's a little
like,
ways.
yeah.
I think for right now, I had the moat of light, so I think I'm going to be as close as I can without getting in and sort of like supervising, and then so that if something happens with them, I'm ready to. I'm not jumping in just yet. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry, Gary.
Are you pushing the moat over to where we
I
are?
think, I mean, he can see, but yeah, to be able to see what's happening a
can,
little
like-
bit better. And so
Eldon-
you can
Eldon.
see a little
Fuck
bit better.
me,
No, I
guess.
know.
Well, you're under the
I
water
was just-
and that stuff,
you know,
right?
yeah.
So
I'm hanging on to him. He's got.
Yeah, that shit's up your
But-
nose.
but they're also
your
right near the
ears.
surface.
It's in your ass crack. Yeah, it's everywhere, buddy.
The like
It's all for Gary.
pods are right near the surface.
they're
though,
like,
right.
you could, yeah.
So it's not
they-
like they're going way down. They're like
no, they're going like into it. Though.
into it,
Yeah,
but not deep.
into it.
Okay, so I would push that over a bit just to give them a little more light and to see what they're doing. But I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
so
getting in just
you push the moat over to like kind of hover to say like it's this cluster, we'll say.
Yeah.
And as that's happening, Desi goes as like Kai is wading in, and Eldon and Thertrix have like gone into the nasty little puddle of whatever. Desi goes, "Oh shit!"
Worse every time.
And as he says that, you start to notice the fen lights. They're kind of almost competing with the multicolored lights that he has up above, it's giving you a decent amount of light so that you can see what's going on as Kai and Theratrix and Eldon are like headed over. But it's also attracting the fen lights.
Oh.
So he now starts to try to, like, without really looking at them, which is this is what the challenge is right now, is that you don't want to look at the fen lights, but they're coming closer to the area where his
lights
dancing
are.
lights
Didn't
are.
something swat him away last time?
He did a thunder step.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. So with advantage, Kai, Eldon, Theratrix, you're gonna roll to like try to not be paying attention to the fen lights and with the dancing lights in between. And Desi is trying to like wrangle them and almost like move the lights so that
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
See?
It was definitely a sneeze.
Yeah.
so that the fen lights will follow those lights, almost like they're trying to fight them.
What are we rolling?
It's gonna be a wisdom save.
Oh, why?
You said advantage?
With advantage, yes, because you know you have come in contact with these lights. Desi has made his lights multicolored, and you're trying to just keep yourself from like paying attention to the wrong ones.
Oh, shit.
What'd you get?
Get a 1.
Got an 8.
Okay.
With no, wait. Can I
Size
still
face.
use this?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's better. It's 12.
Okay. That's not high enough.
I figured.
No matter how hard you
It's-
try, you're
I have a
fucked this
30,
time.
20, and
Theratrix.
Theratrix got a 18.
Okay. Kai, you find yourself like again, it's like the wrong blink of the eye or something, and you just are looking in one of those fen lights.
Should've gone, I
It's
could
almost like it
thunder
knows
damage
that
them
it
away.
got you, and it starts like floating over to you, and you are in the water. The water where you got into it's probably only about like chin deep, but now it's like kind of coming over in your direction. Eldon, Theratrix, you're headed to this like cluster of white.
So are we like treading? Is he like treading water basically then?
He was like walking in, and then was about to get to a point where it
Because
would
it's
kind of
not
be like
super deep. So when I said dive in, we probably would have broken our necks.
It gets deeper as you go.
Okay.
So these are hovering, but you can't really tell how far down. It's almost like you can see the white, and then it fades into black as it goes down into the darkness. You head over to these white cocoons, kind of. What are you doing?
I would pull my dagger, my keen sawtooth dagger, and together me and Theratrix using like his claws and his jaws would try to open up the cocoon.
Okay.
Or is it? You said an egg. Is it like an egg? The way I'm imagining it's like eggs and like little stalks. Like how?
So all you can really see is like the top. They're pretty big. Like they're big enough that you could hold like a big.
But is it attached to something that I
It
can?
might be down at the bottom.
about
All right,
Gary
then we'll
sized.
just try to rip
Yeah,
it open.
they're all Gary sized.
All right. So I
Picturing the things from the
I
Matrix.
have a number here
The paws that they keep the people
of
on.
which one
like
he's in.
translucent?
So you can roll a
Like
d6.
translucent?
They're like,
Oh,
like
Jesus.
gooey.
Okay.
See if you get it.
It's like white,
3.
opaque pod.
You and Theratrix like rip open this one, and it just gonna and this white kind of milky stuff starts coming out of it and fills the area of the bog.
Smells
There is
fantastic.
so gross. It smells like whatever you picture in your head
Picturing it.
as this
It's
like little
popping.
tiny
Gorgonzola.
something.
Abscess trying to-
Possibly was a creature at some point, but no longer. Like kind of floats out of it. It looks like it was in the process of being like digested or something in there.
Little raccoon hide.
You, but you didn't get it this time. Kai, you are going to take as
Sorry,
this
man.
fen
Eldon
light.
didn't see what happened to you. Otherwise, he'd be trying to help you.
Yeah. You will take a 2d6, there we go.
Coffee or tangerine sour in this trying time.
You're
It's
gonna
not the same as the min.
take Jesus, 15 points of damage. There's 10 radiant and 5 fire. As this Fenlight that's like just got you locked just comes right into your face, and then just bright light. And Desi looks at Iolite and he's like, "That doesn't look good." As you don't make any noise. It's just like, it's like angels singing this
Just
radiant beauty that is burning at your face.
These
This
little
is
things
existence.
are fucking assholes. Like, they're not eating you or anything. They just like entrance you and then burn your face. It's just-
You can make another wisdom save to try to with not with advantage this time because you're entranced.
14.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
I remember from my near-death experience, it was high.
Yeah, it's a 16. Julep over on the side is she's like, Iolite, I can try to do something here. Your Kai's face is getting fucked up.
This would be a
getting
good
tan.
time to do something if you've got something.
Okay. She lets loose this like energy blast. And let's see what it is.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
She's like, don't fucking blame me if something goes wrong.
Wait,
Keep
what?
Kethra off my ass.
Hold on.
Don't blame me if that face don't come back pretty.
Before you start shooting shit off, make sure you don't kill anybody first.
Turn into like a chocolate chip cookie or something.
She lets loose this energy, and it shoots out in the direction of Kai, and you feel a warmth that just like is enhanced by. You get +1 to your AC for the next 60 seconds.
That's good.
And she's like, I don't think it did what I wanted it to do. Eldon, go ahead and roll to see if you got the
5.
You and Theratrix like push one of the big like
I need the one that's
bulbous-
Gary sized.
Yeah, and you find one that you're looking at these different eggs. You can see that the one that you cut open, there was only like a little thing in there, but and one further back in seems to have like a larger shadow. So as you go over and like slice it open, you see like almost immediately like just
Those pants.
yeah.
No, it's all that bulge. All the
He
bulge
came out of
first.
the egg bulge first.
Bulge first, absolutely.
It's him. I know that bulge everywhere.
The bulge is glistening.
Julep, is
under
this
the
it?
Is that the bulge?
Is this the one from your dreams? Sit.
You're like, oh, he's wearing a codpiece. He comes out of the thing. He's completely like, he looks like he's suffering from like 2nd-degree burns, like almost all over. It's like something had started to digest him. And he gets pulled out. You kind of like grab on, put him over Theratrix's neck. He is not conscious though. As you turn around and can see that Kai is deep in the throes of this like passionate makeout session with this with this Fenlight that's just like bright in his face, and Julep is yelling.
I was gonna say I probably can't do anything else.
No,
this
you
turn,
can
right?
look and see. Kai,
You can be one of those,
you
like,
are
hey.
gonna roll another wisdom save. But this time you only take. Damn, I'm rolling almost max damage here. Another 10 points of radiant.
How far
I'm
away from... I was peeing, so I missed this
Kethra
part.
stayed back
Yeah, how
Oh,
far
yeah, you're
away
not
is
there.
Kethra from everybody?
over 1,000 feet. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
like
back with
you're
what
back
the
with
rest-
I can't
Maury.
get to
Six
you
of
for a
us
while,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
You're too busy eating that arm.
She was going to
It's,
change it to
17.
something else, but...
Yeah, so as you like you come back and it's bright again, and in your head you're like, motherfucker.
Hate these fucking things.
And Julep is gonna try. I'm gonna try something else.
They say that we're the last generation to see lightning bugs, but apparently these
Yeah.
fucking bug bogs.
Because I'm about to fucking make them go extinct.
There you go.
She rolled a natural 20,
No.
and I rolled the same thing twice in a row.
Oh.
So I'm not doing that one. And then I rolled one below it. This thing really wants me to do this one.
Destiny.
Okay, this one is going to be interesting. So she goes like, "Ah!" And this water stream comes shooting out of her like Hadouken hands. 100 gallons of water blast from her hand. She's just like, "Ah!" and it slams into the fenlight, sending it going like as far as this water can push.
Next year.
That's all, folks.
That's how that ended.
She like is kind of like yelling, and you just like get out of the way and see her as like again 100 gallons of water
I have
shoot
the
from
perfect
her.
picture for this that I'm gonna do in the spoilers without context.
Desi is like, holy shit,
scared.
as he's trying to move these lights, and she's just this little tiny halfling screaming and letting this water just like, then when it ends, it's almost like it shoots out and just cuts off. Like her hands are like this, and then it's just done. As Eldon, you turn and look, and the
Doesn't
fen
spurt out a
light.
couple extra
No.
times.
Eldon, you look.
Clear in the rest of the pipe, yeah. Not like that.
No, that's
no.
exactly how Cuba meant it.
Absolutely.
I did not mean it that way.
You
Once
turn.
again, my mind was innocent. Once again,
You're losing your touch.
I am. What the hell's going on with me?
You're tired. It's okay.
Yeah, you're not at 100%.
You missed
Damn
last. You missed
sinus
last.
infection.
Yeah.
You're taking my fucking sick mind, you bastards. I want it back.
So you turn, and just as you're about to like try to help in whatever way you can, it's a little bit tough. You're being like covered in a syrupy clear something to shoot arrows or whatever. But
no,
you
it's
find that you
back.
don't need it.
Okay.
As Kai, you
My
like
mind's
come
back
back to reality just in time to see this thing get pushed off into the bog. And then Desi is like, come on, let's go, get out of there. How is he? Is he alive? As you're making your way back to the group.
Does he seem alive?
It's tough to tell in the...
I'll tell you when we get there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only been digested for like half a day.
So you should be fine.
Totally fine.
There's like I imagine him like in like that cocoon, like in the Matrix, like when you come out.
Oh, yeah.
Comes out.
Yeah.
Did you already see that?
That's
No,
what
I was
you were
picturing the
saying.
cocoons kind of like the pods in the Matrix.
Yeah, but when he comes out and he's like,
all
covered in
slimy.
goop.
You kind of come over and then plop
That was the grossest part,
Gary
full of the
down
feet.
onto the green peat. He's not like moving or anything, and Julep jumps over to him and is like, Gary, and slapping his face. But he doesn't really seem to be responding in this moment.
Can I stabilize him? I just found out how to do that.
She's like, I have this Band-Aid.
Can I
You
do a
jump
check?
over, start doing like CPR, like pushing down on his chest. Roll a medicine check.
You hesitate at the mouth to mouth because he's covered in syrup.
Yeah, we don't need to jump to that.
There's a mouth guard in the medicine kit.
Yeah.
A dental dam.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was so hoping someone was gonna say it, and I didn't have to be the one. Oh, thank you, Izzy.
12.
There you go. As you're like pushing down on the stomach, this like white, clear, actually, I would say like foamy kind of stuff comes up out of his mouth. He starts coughing.
From my back again.
My
Even
face was
from
way
a
too close to
1,000
his
feet
face.
away.
Nick's heard it.
Nick's
from,
nose.
with that
He's like,
cat hearing.
Quarter of a mile away.
Maury's like,
As
I
it
think
echoes.
they found him. You push it, on his stomach. He starts coughing and is just like, oh, gods! As he looks like he's in a lot of pain with that.
Kill me!
Why didn't you let me die?
Kai, can you clean this off of him? It's really gross, and it looks like it's hurting him.
Sure.
You like clean off all of the goopy stuff, but now it's like his skin is just open to the world there.
Feel worse
And then there's a nice breeze.
So he was like in an acid, or was like a poison, or
It's
just like
kind of like a plant's digestive, like mucusy
so
stuff.
maybe like the stomach acid of the plant.
Yeah.
And now he's missing that layer. Like when you get like a
His
A
vernix
burn,
is gone.
and then the wind touches it.
Desi lets his lights
Protective
keep
layer's
flickering
gone.
off in the distance and then goes over and he's going to cast Cure Wounds on Gary.
We're all joking while the guy's like,
And then
Most
you
I've
can
heard him
see
say.
there's just like a cooling effect more so. The welts still remain, but he stops he just goes back down to like a whimper a little bit. It's like Julep leans in and she's like, "We've got you, Gary," and she just like hugs his head for a second. And he can't really talk because he's in a little bit of a shock, but you're able to load him up onto Theratrix and then make your way back to the camp. As you arrive, Fernilli and Maury and Yuri, Droppel, they all like rush up to you all. And Maury's like, "How is he? Is he all right? He's alive." And Gary's like, "I'm alive. I wish I wasn't. But thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it." And they bring him down off of there, and you're able to tell them like where you found him and whatnot.
We would have burned the body of the copy while they were away.
Okay.
I gather just toss Bruce Flame at him.
On the way back, I want to collect some bog water
Ew.
Okay.
in one of my dust of dryness marbles.
Sure.
I was gonna say, I hope it's a
A
never
very
know when you
tightly
need that.
enclosed
Oh yeah,
thing, because
it's
that's going.
magical.
We're like, that's why we just get a
It's
random.
like it's a little like
coming
marbles.
from Iolite. This is weird funk coming from your bag.
One of your marbles broke.
It's a marble-sized pellet.
Yes.
That collects a shitload of water in it.
Think your bog water marble broke. I can smell it.
Oh man, it's like when your water bottle leaks in your backpack. And
Yeah.
you like, guess what? Ugh.
Oh, it's a stinky one.
Maury is like, "What happened?" And Gary just says, I was, I don't know, I woke up and I was just in a white nothingness. I don't even know how I got there, but I couldn't get out and I couldn't breathe. I don't know. And Maury takes you all aside and just says, "Thank you for your quick thinking. I don't know what could have happened, but we could have definitely left him behind. That would have been a horrible way to go."
Almost took somebody else with us.
Yes.
Something. That was not a somebody.
I wonder if it had been stalking us since the day you saw it. Could have been the same one, could have been a different one.
It's quite possible. Either way.
Let's get out of here as soon as possible and maybe do a roll call on everyone to make sure that everyone is who they are supposed to be.
Yes. Let's do that in the morning. The rest of the night goes by uneventfully, except for periodic moaning from Gary. And you wake up in the morning.
He can sleep in the hut.
Oh, we're generous.
I don't think he can, right? He wasn't in there when you
Oh,
summoned
fuck,
it.
yeah, that's right.
try to bring
Just so you know, Gary, I wish I could let you sleep in this
Yeah,
hut right now.
yeah. Dragging him in. Oops.
You wake up in the morning, gather all of your things. Maury checks in on Gary, who's doing better with Fernilli and Desdeer staying up with him that night. Both of them are going to have 1 point of exhaustion, actually. Make a little note. And Maury just kind of heads over to you, Iolite. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready as I'm gonna be.
Just try to keep it cool. You seem like you're, a nice gal. I don't want you to give it away by being too nice.
Oh, okay. She puts on a stern face. Tries to.
You walk over to the circle, and Fryn is there, looking angry, little old lady orc. Because Ultrix is there beside her, as is his little entourage, and
She really doesn't like Ultrix.
he says, Ultrix looks to all of you, a big smile. So here are the gloves. He holds up these two white, normal-looking gloves, like silk gloves. They're very unassuming, but it would be best on someone who is dressed nicely. Not to say, Mori, that you are not, but perhaps we can have you borrow a coat or take it with you. It's fine. Are you the one who's going to be wearing these? As he looks to everybody else who's going. And Mori says, yes, I will. You walk up with Theratrix, we'll say, too, and Ultrix is like, well, he looks to you, Kai, and kind of gives you a little nod and a smile. And he doesn't really address Theratrix as like an independent being, but just like he wants to keep his distance. Hands it to Mori. Mori places the gloves on his hands. He wasn't wearing gloves before, and they just kind of like fit perfectly. They're beautiful, perfectly pristine.
Somewhere O.J. Simpson is very upset.
Nondescript. Totally wouldn't even notice, except just the guy with nice gloves on today. And Ultrix says, now, again, you'll be meeting with Maester Fex and his son, Talvarin. His son is who we would prefer. You shake his hand. But if the Maester would like to, well, even better. He is an asshole. I do want to stress it so that you're not caught off guard.
Can I look at was it Fen?
Fryn?
Fryn?
Just Fryn, yeah.
When he
Just
says
one
that,
Fryn.
does she make any like? I don't know. Does she twitch when he says that?
Says what in particular?
About the other guy being an asshole?
She's muttering to herself and kind of it's almost like she's talking to the circle, like to the stone and to the runes that are around. But you do catch her say, like, it takes one to know one or some, stupid thing like that, where she's not so much about the other guy, but like just Ultrix. Okay. She just is like, says this motherfucker, that kind of thing. So, Ultrix looks over at her and says, Fryn, if you would be so kind. And
Wasn't me this time.
Sorry.
She like is mumbling a little bit, and then she starts to.
It hits me. I'm gonna be very upset. My character has already been hit with goop. I don't need to be.
We just round out the night.
I just quit. Like, take the car home. I'm walking. Fuck
I was
it,
gonna be
dude.
like, I'm gonna be in the trunk. Just drive home. Okay.
She mutters some things at the teleportation circle before she's like, you better work for me, little old bitch. And then she like starts doing the rune and speaking. Ultrix says, this takes a few moments, so whichever group is going to be going through, feel free to prepare. You can bring one cart if you'd like as well. Just make it easier. So we'll be keeping this group behind. I'll know immediately, and it should be... This is an easy favor.
He's way too confident that this is an easy goddamn thing.
He's kind of rubbing his hands together. He looks very, like, pleased that this is happening. So Fryn keeps speaking. You see the runes in this stone circle. It's quite large, actually. they start to light up one by one, and then the circle itself begins to glow. And then Fryn looks over she's still doing the incantation. She looks over to Ultrix and she does a little nod and then looks away and is focusing on the circle. And Ultrix says, Maury, a pleasure meeting you, a pleasure doing business. I will send the rest of your group along as soon as the deed is done. Good luck. Good luck to all of you.
Right.
Much appreciated.
And then she gives 8 temporary hit points to me, you, and
You
her.
is who?
Maury, Fernilli, Eldon, Iolite, and myself.
Okay.
Can I do myself? I don't remember if I can do myself.
Yeah, you can, I'm sure.
Yes, I can do myself.
So we've got Kai and Kethra of your group staying behind. The rest are going through with Maury, Fernilli, and was that it? No.
Did you say
Where's that?
Droppel?
Droppel.
Somebody was going to go. I think.
Maury, Fernilli, and Droppel. And Gary. He's not leaving Gary behind.
Gary's coming with us.
He's like,
Oh wow.
Gary.
Cool.
Gary.
Yeah,
shouldn't you
Gary's
rest,
like
Gary?
like he's in the cart with
Typhoid Gary
the
over here.
one of the horses.
Gary's looking
Gary's
like
a
the
champ.
guy at the end of the first RoboCop.
Gary's a champion.
Look alive, Gary.
You're up.
I just see them weekend at burning him.
He's gonna have an awful time too, because remember these
oh, it
teleportation
feels like
circles.
getting sucked through your belly button. He's like, that just healed.
You all step on. Gary's in the cart with the horse, and not with the horse is pulling the cart, but he's in the cart.
I like how you had to be so specific,
Thank you for clarifying.
as if we're gonna be like,
Everybody stopped. I just pictured the horse like being carried by Gary like a cartoon.
I'm waiting for the horse to freak out about being teleported.
Yeah. And you kind of all look at each other. Kethra, Kai, look at the rest of your group.
See you soon.
See you on the other side.
Julep looks at the rest of you stepping through. She's like, don't worry, they're in good hands. Good hands.
The only good part about all of this is that we're not going to have to listen to her mouth while she's over there.
Oh, no, I'm staying.
Can't win, can
That
I?
was the loudest blinks I've ever heard.
Are you just going to go, Catherine, just go like this and just go, please
That
go
was just-
before I push you into it, please?
Oh, no. The light goes, whew, and you all feel your stomachs pull through your...
Right through your assholes.
And when your vision clears, those of you who went, you find yourself standing in a broad, arched chamber that is carved into the side of a ravine. The sunlight filters in from slatted skylights above, striping the ground with warmth, and the scent of iron, damp rock, and wild thistle clings to everything. Around you, you notice stone pillars that brace this wide cavern space, and there's you can see that it's worn smooth by years of passage, not just by people, but like hooves and wheels. And right behind you, as you step off, this teleportation circle glows, and it's embedded in like a stone dais. And there's no welcome here, no grand welcome. There's no guards, just the sound of a bell that's like clanging off in the distance. So you descend this, or ascend this short ramp that's carved into the cliff wall, and you emerge out into sunlight. And you can see a town that's like clinging to the rocky slopes, half built into the hills, half built on top of them. There's stone and timber buildings that jut out at odd angles, like a winding staircase. There's switchback paths and rope bridges, so like paths that just kind of wind in and out. You can see smoke coils from chimneys, and despite all of that, there's almost like these children that are like chasing goats across like rooftops. There's this one feeling like a pit in your stomach, almost like a gust of wind could like knock these people off, but they just seem like they are just so used to this whole area. And despite the ruggedness, it's more organized than Bog's End. There's like a rhythm here. Off in the distance, but close enough that you can see a minotaur and a tiefling that are arguing over this like crate of copper wire. You can see a dwarven barber that's like shaving a goblin client with like surgical precision just around this like mustache area. Everything's kind of happening outside. This group of locals. There's no banners. There's no crests that fly anywhere. This is just a town that is existing here. And as you stand looking, you do hear a voice that says, welcome to Riftspire. And beside you, you see a woman. She's like right outside the entrance. It's almost like she stood up when she saw you. She'd been sitting down. You could see a chair where she has been like knitting something. She has this like very simple silver circlet that kind of glows. You can see the glow is fading. And she looks like she's like mid-50s, human, kind of stern face. Kind of like tanned skin, as if she sits out here in the sun quite frequently. And she just looks at your whole group. Maury nods. We have come from, and she says, Bog's End. Yes, this, I can
smell it.
Yeah, I can tell. What's your business here in Riftspire? And Maury says, well, hopefully just passing through. We'd like to go beyond. We have another destination that is not this town. The woman nods, looking over everybody who came through, and then as she sees Eldon riding atop of Theratrix, you see her, she like kind of like begins chanting something, and she starts pulling together energy. It looks like it might be, it's like a mixture of like lightning and fire, and she just kind of like stands at the ready. You see like a little bead of sweat. She's up here by herself, and she like dropped her crochet needles really quick, and is just like,
I don't know why that was like such a cute image in my mind of like this like lady. She was like, "Oh God, my project," and then I'm gonna blow
like,
you up.
And Maury is like, "No, please. We're completely just travelers going through. We have no. This is the voice of the world dragon," and she says, "I don't know who the hell's that is, but you're riding a dragon.
I am.
What is your business here?"
We are just passing through. You have nothing to fear from us. I give you my word.
Says the man on the dragon.
Exactly.
And what good is your word? I've never heard of you.
True enough, but if we meant you harm, it already would have come to pass.
There's just tell the nice woman that you are a nice dragon.
You're not there.
Yes, I am.
You went through?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Okay.
went through because Iolite was a...
Gotcha. Theratrix says,
I am a nice dragon.
I am a good
I'm quite...
Theratrix is a good boy.
Takes out his Boy Scout badges.
he does like a little like bow the best that he can with you on there on his back, and he says, I mean you no harm, miss. And she says, my name is Lida. And he says, Miss Lida, we are simply passing through and would like nothing more than to eat some yummy pastries and
Yummy children.
and
Watching the
spice.
Your economy.
He's wondering how he can make one of those kids fall off.
And enjoy the hospitality that your town has to offer. And she like stays for a moment. I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check on Eldon or Theratrix. Actually, I'm just gonna have it be a combo. So, roll 2.
You're just like walking, right?
Like
he's riding.
Is he
I'm
flying
on-
or is he?
No, just walking,
I'm like
yeah.
on him though.
If I like come up next to Theratrix and just like pet him and like snuggle him, can I give him guidance to seem
Oh, yeah.
more innocent?
Yeah.
What is guidance?
Extra D4.
Yeah.
This is his persuasion. Persuasion's what
Charisma.
charisma. So for him it would be +4.
Nice.
So we'll roll him
He's a
first.
cutie.
Looking extra
He's
cute.
gonna need it. 3 + 3 is 6.
+4.
+4.
So 10.
Then yeah,
Woof.
and then me. Oh, that's a 4.
God damn.
4 plus 3. You know what? I'm gonna use this. I'm
Is
gonna.
he
I'm gonna
foaming
use
at the
this.
mouth?
He's
I'm
like
gonna use
nibbling
this.
on me.
I'm gonna.
Not now.
I wasn't expecting the touch. He jumps.
They're
We really-
still covered in bog from the night before.
We really need this to happen.
They
and
smell
seeing
like
Ayla
death.
really try her best. Eldon's gonna double down for another 3. That
Oh
was
my
what
God.
was- That is ridiculous. So
That dice is
Yeah.
just no good.
Trash.
I think the first
Put it
one
in
was
the chair.
a 4, so 7 for me.
Okay.
10 and a 7.
10 and a 7. So
You tried. You really
She-
appreciate
Try
it.
to sell it.
this woman looks at the whole group. Maury is like smiling. The big, it's just like
There's nothing to fear, I swear. Smile.
we'll say
Please buy this.
Theratrix sneezes for like the first time ever in his life, like right now. He's like his head like shakes and she's like oh god.
Oh, no.
My thing. His head shakes and it just like freaks her out. She doesn't do anything in the moment, but she like steps back. And you have not convinced this woman that you are not here
It's
to.
boogers all down my shirt.
It's just the
dragon
bog. It's
snot.
just bog from when he dove in yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the leftover
What was her name
bugs
again?
from his nose.
Lida.
Lida, I understand that this is jarring. Believe me. Everyone has this reaction at first, but I can assure you that he is nothing but a sweetheart. You can have long intellectual conversations with this handsome young dragon here. As our companion here said, this is the voice of the world dragon. I know you do not know who that is, but Vascan Veterix has once again risen to the skies. Perhaps you saw the event the month past.
Are you trying to
I am trying to
just.
use a persuasion roll here as best as I
You can roll, but it's going to be with disadvantage.
Oh.
I'll actually make it a straight roll for you because you've already. It'd be like having the same
already
roll over
fucking
and
blew
over
it.
again.
That's why I'm stepping in.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm stepping in.
So just a straight roll.
14 plus 13.
Okay.
Oh, thank Christ.
So she, as you're talking, she like looks over to you, and
I'm trying not to charm her.
yeah,
Or cast command her.
she's keeping the magic
Save that for
available and
later.
ready as she looks over to you as you're talking. Maury stands next to you and is just nodding, and
Listen to the Red Devil woman. Yes, she knows. She knows.
She can vouch for the dragon. The demon vouches for the dragon.
you kind of almost feel like a little boost in your skills of as you're talking to her. You just kind of like feel more confident for a moment as you're discussing, and she looks back and forth between you and Theratrix, and she says, "We'll see what the Maester has to say. You all can follow me." Bends down, picks up her project she was working on, places it on her chair.
She goes, exactly what we needed.
Nice.
Come. And she puts her hands together and then walks very like sternly and swiftly, keeps looking back at you all, but you get on bring the cart and you start heading down one of the paths, going back and forth, winding until you reach the edge of this village. The people, those that see you, she says, "Wait here." As you wait kind of on the edge there, she steps away, and the bunch of people, like young kids, are coming over, running by, and they stop and then like run away. one or two of them that are brave just like stay off to the side before a parent comes over, like grabs an ear and pulls them off. People are staying away from you as you appear here.
Why? We're so
They're just like salutations.
Maury turns to you all and says, "That could have gone better, but it could have gone worse. Much worse."
Story
How the
of our
woven
lives.
fates work.
This was understandably so. Dragons are
we tend
problematic.
we tend to get that reaction.
Yeah.
You
wherever
do
we
not
go.
know the fines I almost had to pay several times because of him.
Beatrix like looks down at you, Ayla, and says, "I would apologize, but you didn't actually have to pay any fines, so
Luckily.
I'll make sure that you don't have to pay any here."
Oh, believe me, all bills are going to the voice.
12%.
It's probably a tax write-off now that he's got the title.
Yeah, I like that.
That's the conversation that's happening as the maester rolls
Taxes,
up.
yes. In my fantasy world, tax write-offs.
You stand there impatiently for a long time. Probably a good 30, 45 minutes that you're just kind of waiting here. Eventually just sitting down, taking sips of your drinks and waiting. Maury looks
Sorry.
to you and says,
Beatrix.
I did stifle that one a little bit. Sorry.
he looks to Ayla and Iolite and is like, "Thank the gods we didn't bring Julep. This would have been, she's not the most patient."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've definitely noticed that.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart, though.
Sure.
Is she?
Yeah, she is. And as he says that, you see two individuals along with Lida who start coming over in your direction, followed again by a bunch of other townsfolk who just have to see what's going on. Right up ahead, you see this meticulous silver-bearded man. Looks like, again, he's in his 60s. He has these robes that have deep blue hue and these obsidian rings, and he is walking with a book in hand and a quill that's actually just kind of hovering beside him as he goes. He has a hat, like one of those obnoxious kind of like floppy hats with the rim. And beside him, you see a young man, slightly pointed ears, which you at this point would be familiar enough to know, probably a half-elf. For some reason, I am just picturing, what is his name? Jonathan what from Wicked and
Bailey?
Bridgerton? Bailey?
Mm-hmm.
That for some reason, that's what I see as this guy walking beside, who is definitely his father. You see the resemblance in the eyes. Early 30s, maybe late 20s, as they both like stride forward. The young man is smiling. The older man is definitely not. And Lida is like speaking to him as they walk up. The group that's following behind, there are a couple of people that almost look like they're supposed to be guards. They're like wearing leathers, but it's, kind of tough to say. And there's one dragonborn, actually, that stepped behind that as they're following. The older gentleman walks up to your group and says, "State your business."
Passing through.
We don't appreciate intimidation tactics. I am Maester Orlean Fex, leader of this town. It's come to my attention that you came through the Bog's End teleportation. We can smell it on you, of course.
Not on me.
This is my son, whose name I said a million times and forgot, Talvarin Fex. And Talvarin smiles. Charming, just beautiful smile. Just everything about it's beautiful. Dancing through life. And he reaches out his hand immediately. Talvarin. The father does not. Maury looks baffled. Like, this is just happening. So he steps forward and he reaches out and shakes the hand of Talvarin Fex, and Talvarin says, "It's a pleasure. Don't mind my father. We don't greet everyone this way." Drops dead. Yep. He shakes the hand. "I'm Talvarin. And your names?" And Maury says, "I am Katamorov." Shakes makes it long. A long, slow handshake.
Like that double dual handshake.
Yep. 2 hands. "Pleasure to meet you, Talvarin." And the son looks and has his hand out for whoever else. He just kind of shakes. Or the maester looks like he was writing down as names were given. He just writes it down. And he says, "Despite my son's open-armed greeting, we would appreciate it if you would move through immediately. No dilly-dallying. We do not have rooms at an inn for you. You can take your monstrosity and exit our town."
Of course, we appreciate your generous hospitality upon our...
No hospitality. Did I not make myself clear?
Oh, you're being hospitable enough is the only point I'm making.
The guy who put us on this job is right. He's an asshole.
You are to leave and do not return. There are no supplies here for you. You may not purchase anything. You may take your creature and go.
We appreciate that. Let me perform a song of thank you.
No. Not interested.
Starts dancing.
Is there a bathroom?
Anyways.
Does anyone happen to have a glass of water?
We don't need any of your enchanting.
Walking, she is dancing.
The Dragonborn is going to come over and he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "You're going to want to stop that now.
Why is that?
We're not stupid."
She looks like
It's like that Footloose town. Don't do it, man.
Are you going to continue or are you going to stop?
Has it been a minute?
Nope, it has not been a minute.
Need about 35 more seconds.
I need a minute to do this.
Stop! Don't do it. We just need to get out of here.
Fine, I can charm them other ways.
We just need to get out.
Well, we have other people coming.
Yeah, I know. When they're gonna be coming?
Not with this asshole.
Are you going to stop or are you going to keep going?
Ayla knew the plan.
No, I don't think Ayla knew the plan at all. I don't think.
I was trying to charm him to make him more receptive to other people coming through.
They're coming through. Either way.
It'll
Unless
be
there's
easier
a
this
limit
way.
on his.
I don't know
how many people can pass through.
She, in a huff, goes, "Fine, it was a song. It was a dance of thanks. People do not appreciate it."
And he kind of gives you a gentle push to have you keep walking with your group.
Hellish rebuke him.
The maester is keep an eye on them. As several people start escorting you out, Maury looks back to the maester. They're kind of walking you through the town. Very nice town. Maybe would have been nice to stop if the dice gods had been nicer to you, but.
Sounds like the coolest town that we've seen so far.
I kind of want to put these.
You guys get booted out of it.
I want to put these one of the gloves on the mage hand, and then sneak a handshake on this guy.
So Maury is actually
We gotta stop fucking around and just get through this town.
I want to fuck around.
As you are escorted through
We're gonna have to burn this fucking city down if we do that.
Harry and Kethra are gonna show up and it's literally just embers.
We're gonna have to
the rest
do
of
what
us.
we
Aren't we
did.
supposed to get both of them?
Someone's gonna
Are we supposed to get both of them?
Oh, you weren't listening.
I know we wanted the young one, but I thought we wanted to get the old one too.
Either's good.
First.
Yeah.
Pause. Weird. Second of all, yes, the sun was the one that we
It
needed
was
to
the
get a
sun,
handshake
the
from.
nice one.
Yeah. We can
Maury
probably get
does
the-
like turn around as you're at the exit, and the maester is there with his dragonborn captain and his son. The son did try to like strike up conversation. We'll say with who do I have? Fernilly, right?
Always
I got
Fernilly.
Yeah. So he did strike up conversation with Fernilly because she was open to it and just like chatted with him.
As the
conventionally
captain of the guard just keeps
attractive,
shoving
Conventionally
me.
attractive. Both half elves, so she's just they're chatting and smiling and laughing and the arm touching and the, you know.
Make sure you tell Desi. You have to tell Desi.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
She's probably throwing all sorts of charms.
And as you come to the exit or the entrance, they are standing there. Talvarin says, "It's been a pleasure getting to know you, Fernilly, and the rest of you, of course. I hope you do get a chance to stop by, perhaps at a later date, and check out our little town. It is a lovely place."
We would have loved to have seen it.
And the maester says, "You saw plenty. And no, you are not welcome back." And Talvarin just like kind of winks at Fernilly. Like,
You are, baby.
We're gonna have a hell of a welcome, aren't we?
and you see Talvarin like kind of place his hand on his father's shoulder and squeeze it a little bit. And Maury turns and is like, "Well, it was a pleasure to me." He puts his hand out to the maester. And the maester just looks at it. And then looks Maury in the eyes. And like they make eye contact for a moment before Maury just
Mage hand pushes his hand into
kneel
it.
down.
Run.
He says, I do want to just let you know that we do have another group of people who will be coming through. They'll just walk right through, no dragons this time."
We only have one per group.
And Talvarin says, "That's very impressive. This specimen in front of us. I'm glad to hear there's only one. We will send them through if you want to wait just on the other side of the river there, just over the bridge. We'll send them your way once they come through." You hear the maester just like huff. And Talvarin squeezes his arm. It'll be even easier if there's no dragon. Just wait there. Under the shade.
This is like right outside city limits. Is like wait under that tree and like the
Like,
line is
probably a good 300 feet away, but yeah. On the other side of the teleportation circle, back in Bog's End, the rest of you, Kai, Kethra, is there anything in particular you want to do? As the light flashes and you see the people shift, and then for a moment you're like, "Oh God, I'm gonna have to feel that."
Kethra like preparing herself, like, and then you hear Nick preparing because he's getting gaggy thinking about it already.
It is a interesting sensation, isn't it?
I feel like my stomach's about to come out my ass.
He seconds that.
Desi's like, I don't really understand why I had to stay behind.
You don't?
No.
You really don't?
No, why? Did I like fuck up recently? Maury and Fernilly and Iolite, they all go and I have to stay back?
You're too innocent for your own good.
All right. I don't know what that means.
They didn't have to worry about you.
Why is everyone worried about me? I'm as old as everybody else here.
It's easier if you're here with us.
Am I being babysat?
You said it.
Gets all huffy.
She goes, "Oh yeah, I'm
Folds
your
his
babysitter, by the way."
arms.
She goes, "Oh, could you fucking stop that freaking huffing and puffing shit?"
I don't get it.
Nix pops his head out. That was basically his way of saying, stop sulking or he's going to slap you.
All right, Nix, I'll do it for you. Ultrix, you can see him at the circle, and he's just kind of like, he looks anxious. 20 minutes goes by, and he's like, well, they should have made it to the town, definitely. I'm sure there was no issues at the town. Another
You look
20
way too
minutes.
fucking happy about this.
Well, if you knew it was at stake, but I don't want to give away too much. Oh,
You know,
not a
it wouldn't
concern.
like be a bad thing if you like told us what was at stake. You know, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Nah. You'll be moving on. Right? Unless you know the better. Fran is in this corner just like muttering to herself.
Here we go. I love passive aggressive fucking answers.
About 25 more minutes goes by, and you see that he was wearing this amulet around his neck. It kind of like faintly glows, and he's just like, again, another clap of the hands, a smile. He looks to Jose and sort of to Silra, gives her a little like, eh, and then back to Jose, who twirls his cane, and then like places it, like wraps it down on the stone, and Ultrix says, "Well, the deed has been done. Thank you for your collaboration. You've done a great deed today. Fryn, if you wouldn't mind, we are going to fulfill our part of the bargain."
Before you do, what exactly did the deed entail?
A handshake and give or take a week. There'll be some new leadership around here.
Oh, jeez.
Fryn is just like, man, this fucking mother. She starts doing like her runic.
And she goes,
And then the teleportation circle starts to glow. Wonderful to meet you, Kai. May we meet again. Perhaps you'll hear my name floating around the meadows.
Did you make a new friend?
Something like that.
Please. Gestures for you all to enter the teleportation circle. Dropple's like, no, took way too fucking long.
Agreed.
I can't wait to get out of this stank. She yells it like up at Ultrix as she walks into the circle.
It does fucking stink here. You really need to do something about that.
Who is it that stayed behind? It was Desi is gonna like lead the horse and the cart in, and as the rest of you head into the circle, right before it flashes again, mostly just for you, Kai. You see a smile of Ultrix, and he hasn't extended the teeth all the way, but like enough that you would notice specifically because you saw like his canines, just a big flashy smile, and then a nod to you, and then the light flashes, and you are in that cavern. You are escorted through by the maester and his handsome and very charming son.
Get going, you motherfuckers. Get out of here.
And meet up with the rest of your group
We got the
outside
boot to the ass too, just on the way
of
out.
Root Spire. You see Julep once you all meet up together, she's like, "So I got you a present, Kai."
Really?
Yeah. She holds her hand out, and in her hand is a rune stone of some kind. She's like, "I took it off that fucking Yuan T. Just didn't like the way he was looking at me."
Well, obviously he doesn't need it if you're able to take it.
That's what I said. And who better to have it?
Any idea what it does?
Nope. Just thought it was pretty.
I appreciate it.
You all look out and can see you are on more of a kind of cliff, ravine greens, but no more bog, grasses, hills, and you can almost, Kethra, it's like you can almost smell the Venya.
We're that much closer.
They're that much closer. And as you begin to walk northeast, that is where we will end tonight's session.